following is a special presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's a Christmas Day NFL special, it's on Westwood One.
In the shotgun, there's the snap. It's a handoff to Dillon over the center. Bulldozing past the 5 on the hash to 3. Digging to the 2. Pushing him into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon jackhammering his way in.
Tagovailoa in the gun, takes the snap, back to pass, looking, going deep down the right side for Hill. Makes the catch, loses the defense, and he is gone. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Miami. It's a 60-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Pretty lights on the tree. I'm watching them shine.
Wilson in the gun, puts in his mouth guard, arms extended, 4 wide, shotgun snap, left tackle block, winds up, long pass, far side, he's got the receiver, caught by Judy, broke a tackle on the 35, foot race to the 20, sideline 10, 5, touchdown Denver!
No timeouts for the Rams, 15 seconds, 2nd and 10 from the 22, Baker throwing, near side, it is caught, Van Jefferson for the touchdown! The Rams can take the lead on the point after.
8 seconds to go, down by 6. Brady in the gun, flanked by the running back White. 4-man front, Brady back, cocks his arm, a lot of congestion, throws a pass, caught by the rookie running back at the goal line. Spins, dives, touchdown, Rachaad White. They've tied the game. 3 seconds to go!
Dalton over the middle, and it's intercepted. A one-hand pick by Isaiah Simmons. Off to the races at the 40. Steps through a tackle at the 30. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And the second pick 6 of the quarter. Isaiah Simmons all the way in for a Cardinal touchdown.
They're singing deck the hall, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here, and all the blood we had that year.
From now until Super Bowl 57, the NFL is on Westwood One.
But it's Christmas Day.
Now it's time for Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
We welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida for part 1 of our special Christmas Day NFL tripleheader as the 8-6 Miami Dolphins host the 6-8 Green Bay Packers. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Geico, by AutoZone, by Hulu Plus Live TV, and by NFL.com. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm J.P. Shadrick, along with Brian Baldinger at the last moment, coming in on Christmas morning, right down the chimney and into the stadium, Brian.
A big old gift here this morning, JP. Big gift here this morning. Happy to be here. It's quite the atmosphere, and it's quite the game here today that we have.
John Stashower will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Later today on many of these same stations, the Denver Broncos and the LA Rams in Game 2 of our holiday tripleheader. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals tonight. But first, the Packers and the Dolphins in the playoff pushes here, Baldy. The Packers are still on the hunt for one of 2 wild card spots open in the NFC. 4 teams around them in the wild card race lost on Christmas Eve. So if they win today, it would be only a half game out with 2 weeks to play. And they were 4-8 after Thanksgiving weekend. This would be an all-timer for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
It would, and he's been cautious in his little talks to the media. Not that we won 2 in a row. They had a bye week in between, but they do feel like they're getting healthier. They do feel like the rookie receivers have really stepped up. Christian Watson saw him down the field before the game. Like, they have exploded. And what happened with these guys is they got the deep ball. They've always been able to run it with A.J. Jones right here, A.J. Dillon and Showtime Jones. They've been running the ball well. They needed to pay off the run game with the passing, and it's been working right now.
The Dolphins' last playoff appearance was 2016. They're 8-6 this year, but after a 3-game road trip, they've had losses to the Niners, Chargers, and Bills on that long trip. They're back home for 2 of the last 3. They're currently the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs, and they have a little cushion to work with here. It's an explosive offense. How do they get back on track today?
Well, I think we started seeing it, last Saturday against Buffalo in that snowball game, and they ran the ball really well. Raheem Mostert had his best game of the season. They're going to get Jeffrey Wilson Jr. back today. I think everything starts with the run game, and then the play-action passes. We saw both Waddle score last week on a big score. We saw Tyreek Hill get loose against Buffalo. They got off to a hot start this year because the passing game was almost unstoppable, and they had big comebacks against Baltimore early in the year. But I still think the way they ran the ball last week is really the start of what Mike McDaniel wants to do.
All right, we mentioned it. Dolphins' last playoff appearance was 2016 under head coach Adam Gase. The Packers have won 14 straight December games. The last time they lost in December 2018, that was the last time they missed the playoffs. Temperature in the low 50s. The rain has gone away. It's cloudy here in South Florida, and much more to come as we approach kickoff between the Packers and Dolphins. When we return, John Stashauer joins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
It's college football bowl season, and you'll hear 45 bowl games on SiriusXM and the SXM app from unique matchups in unusual places.
We get the privilege of playing Yankee Stadium. I mean, what a great send-off for our seniors.
To the games you grew up with.
The Rose Bowl is the grail. It's nostalgic and fun as we head into 2023.
And we're counting down to kickoff on ESPNU Radio Channel 84 and our Power 5 Conference channels 371 to 375. Find the complete bowl season schedule at SiriusXM.com/collegefootball.
One play, 75 yards, touchdown, Michigan.
The road to the college football playoff runs through Big Ten country.
Stay up to date with the Wolverines and the Buckeyes and tune in to Big Ten This Morning every weekday from 8 to 11.
Harrison got it inside the 20. Harrison all the way to the house for Ohio State.
We've been following these teams all year long, and now it all comes down to this.
Your home for playoff coverage all month long. SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, Channel 372.
The World Cup may be over, but the English Premier League is back on SiriusXM FC. Don't miss a Boxing Day quadruple header, beginning with Tottenham at Brentford and Leicester Newcastle.
Harry Kane, what a start for Tottenham!
Followed by Aston Villa versus Liverpool and Arsenal against West Ham.
Back to Saka, Arsenal back in front.
The Premier League returns tomorrow morning at 7 Eastern on SiriusXM FC 157 and streaming on the SXM app.
SiriusXM is home to the best in podcasts, including I Am Athlete.
What up? Brandon Marshall here, host of the I Am Athlete podcast. Join Adam Pac-Man Jones, Shady McCoy, myself, and other special guests in Season 4 as we hold unscripted and unfiltered conversations with athletes and celebrities centered around sports, culture, music, fashion, and wellness.
I Am Athlete. Available now on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
NFL pregame show sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Now, here's your host, John Stashauer.
And a Merry Christmas. It is an NFL tripleheader on Westwood One. Broncos and Rams later today in L.A. Bucks and Cardinals tonight at Arizona. And coming up, Packers and Dolphins in Miami. Green Bay 6-8, but winners of the last two. And as we heard earlier, their NFC wildcard playoff hopes were helped considerably with the results of yesterday. Dolphins at 8-6, seeking an AFC wildcard. They've lost their last three. They were all on the road. They did play better last Saturday at Buffalo. I spoke with Miami linebacker Bradley Chubb, asked him if that Bills game has boosted the team's confidence level.
Real confident, man, to be honest with you. Yeah, we dropped three. And me, I'm not really a big guy on more victories or almost beating people, so that doesn't really, move me. But, I mean, just seeing all the good football we played in that game, that's what, you know what I'm saying, I know we could build off of and understand where we at. So, man, 3 games down, I feel like everybody's in the right mindset. Everybody's in the right headspace. Coach McDaniel's in the right headspace, leading us into the right direction, and I feel like everybody's moving as one. So the sky's the limit, man. I understand that we got 3 games left, and it's a tough 3-game stretch, so we just treating it like the playoffs and putting our all into it.
So you got Aaron Rodgers coming in. I think maybe you faced him once back in Denver.
Yeah.
In the preparation, you're watching film. What are you trying to pick up and learn from the quarterback that you're going to face?
I mean, from him, we kind of just know about his hard counts and how he's been playing it for so long. He knows all the nuances of the game and understands all the little stuff where he could catch the defense lacking, whether it be the hard count, whether it be the substitution and stuff like that. So, and get those free plays, big explosive plays for his offense, which, you know what I mean? You really don't know that stuff unless you've been in the game. You've been doing it at a high level for as long as he has. So, and then when it comes down to, like, actual playing-wise, I feel like my position, we don't really play too much about what he does. Like, honestly, yeah, we have to worry about his escape lanes and stuff like that. But when it comes down to, like, just operational stuff, it's more of a just the guy in front of us, which is that tackle or that guard or that tight end. So I'm looking forward to playing A-Rod, though, man. I know he's, like I said, a Hall of Fame quarterback, multiple MVPs. I think he's reigning MVP already. He's reigning MVP, right? He just won last year.
He is 2 in a row, actually, yeah.
2 in a row, yeah.
Not this year, though. I don't think he's getting it this year. Let's talk about the trade. You hear the rumors about the trade. You don't know if it's going to happen. If it happens, you don't know where you might go. And then you learn, you're leaving Denver. You had been there your whole career. You're heading to Miami. What was your reaction?
Initially, it was just a little sad. Spend your whole adult life somewhere. You get to know all the people in the building. You get to build relationships with people just outside of football. And when you're a first-round pick, you kind of think, okay, I'm going to be here for the rest of my career. I'm going to be here for forever, you know what I mean? But just the nature of this business, man, you're never comfortable where you're at, man. It's always somebody trying to take a spot. There's always somebody trying to get better or do something. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I kind of was sad for it for a little bit and then came to terms with, like, hey, just nature of the business, man. I just got to go out there to Miami and do my thing. They want me to be a part of their team. So they want to pay me. They want to trade their assets away to get me. So when I looked at it in that way, I was like, okay, I'm to a whole new situation. I'm to a whole new mindset, and it's been working out for me.
Yeah, well, a couple of things way you can look at it. Obviously, a better team. Denver's not going to the playoffs. You guys are a playoff team as of now. Also, Bradley, as we speak today, I looked, the temperature in Denver, minus 15.
-17.
Yeah. And 80 in Miami. So you okay with that?
I'm perfectly fine with it, my brother. I'm not going to lie to you. Perfectly fine with it, man. So everything, you know what I'm saying, hindsight is always, in 2020. So I'm glad where I'm at, man, and I'm looking to make the best out of it.
And you mentioned Mike McDaniel before. You played for a few different coaches in Denver. This guy's a little bit different. What have been your impressions of him?
He's a funny dude, man, to be honest with you. I just think he's himself 24/7, you know what I mean? And guys respect that. People love that. Everybody understands who he is and what he brings to the table. So it's never – and what he expects of us. So it's never no question about, I wonder what coach thinks or I wonder what blah, blah, blah. So, because everything's out there in the open and transparent. So that's why I said with this losing streak, man, he's just been transparent about everything, open about everything. And that's why nobody's wavered or nobody's veered from what they think is, you know what I'm saying, the right thing or whatever like that. So everybody's just moving as one, and that's a beautiful thing to see.
Hey, Bradley, thanks for the time. We appreciate. Best of luck and happy holidays.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Bradley Chubb hasn't had that breakout game yet with his new team. We'll see if today is the day. Dolphins getting ready to host Green Bay. We'll talk to a longtime Packer wideout next. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back to our Christmas NFL triple header on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm John Stashower. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Bundle today at progressive.com. Packers over the previous 3 seasons won 41 games, only 6-8 this year, but they have won their last 2. Aaron Rodgers, after the win over the Rams, said he's noticed a better energy on the team. I spoke with the veteran wideout Randall Cobb, asked him if he's noticed that too.
Yeah, you definitely could notice it. You could feel it. I think, obviously, we had our bye week the week before, and you could just tell guys came back energized. We had a long stretch, after going to London in, week 5, I think it was, and not having a bye after that and running through these games and kind of going through the slump that we went through. Being back at practice after having a bye, you could definitely feel a different energy.
Look, you know the situation. You need to win out. You need a fair amount of help, but you finished a couple of home games after this one. So how much is that being discussed that maybe, despite that slump you talked about, normally teams that lose 5 in a row aren't even in the playoff consideration at this point, but you guys have a chance to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, we do, and I think we understand. We've talked about it and understand that it's on us. Like, we have to take care of our part. If we don't take care of our part, other stuff doesn't matter. So I think just to focus in on one game at a time and understanding that this is playoff football for us. That we're already in the playoffs right now, and it's win and give our chance another week.
So, look, as you know, the big question with you guys going into the season, how do you replace Davante Adams, which is kind of difficult, obviously, since he was maybe the best wideout in the league the last few years. But, I mean, what was that like for the receiving corps to hear that? How much pressure did that put on guys? And how do you think it's played out during the season?
Obviously, Tay is Tay. He is an unbelievable player. But, here we have a standard. We have a certain way of going about things. We have a certain way about doing things. And it was really tough for us, obviously. Obviously you talk about the production part of it, but even outside of the production, we had 3 rookies that came in. Those guys, our rookies, have put a lot of work in to understand how we go about doing things. And you can tell that, Aaron's continuing to grow confidence in those guys and seeing them continue to make plays. But we know it's going to be difficult coming in. And, just to see their growth and the way that they understand the offense at this point in the season compared to early on in the season. And they have an understanding of seeing a defense and understanding when those plays and those moments are going to come up now.
Well, let me ask you about one of those rookies, and that's Christian Watson. I mean, 7 touchdowns in a 4-game span. What impresses you about him?
I mean, you just look at him. He's cut different. He's a big guy, 6'4", 6'5". He has the weight behind him and also the speed. I mean, I think he's clocked 20 miles per hour, like right behind Tyreek in a lot fewer snaps. So you talk about speed like that can stretch your field. That makes the offense dangerous, and just to see him continue to build confidence and continue to grow, he's definitely a superstar in the making, and you can see it. He has all the tools, he has all the intangibles, and now his confidence is starting to continue to grow and continue to elevate, and his play is as well.
So, Randall, how do you square it with the kids that Dad has to work on Christmas?
Well, luckily my kids are young enough we can hopefully confuse them and make Christmas the 26th. Okay. We'll see how that all plays out, but we're still trying to work through it.
Hey, we appreciate the time, Randall. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas.
No problem. Merry Christmas to y'all too. Have a good one.
Randall Cobb in his, of course, second 10th season in Green Bay. We'll look ahead to the other games this Christmas. Coming up next, this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
On SiriusXM's Radio Classics, you find timeless characters.
Well, we got so many favorites.
Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Timeless comedies.
The Jack Benny Program.
I always get a couple of good chuckles out of those. Jack Benny's just hilarious.
Well, what do you know about that?
Classic radio shows you love.
I simply adore Dragnet.
We're police officers. My name's Friday.
Timeless Radio is on Radio Classics, SiriusXM 148.
Spend Christmas Day with us on SiriusXM NFL Radio. The triple-header kicks off today at 1 p.m. Eastern when the Packers take on the Dolphins.
Rodgers throws left side of the end zone. He's got it there. Touchdown, Green Bay!
Then at 4:30 Eastern, the Broncos face the Rams, followed by the Buccaneers and Cardinals at 8:20 p.m. Eastern.
Brady throws. It's caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Happy holidays from all of us on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the SXM app.
Every 4 years, there's a soccer event that brings the world together. Beautiful, isn't it? But on December 26th, Premier League is back. And it'll take these blokes about 10 minutes to tear it apart. Go on! Go crazy! Which has a beauty of its own, doesn't it?
It gets better and better. Sensational! This is breathtaking!
Premier League is back, December 26th, only on NBC, USA and Peacock.
There's only one place on Sirius XM to get your fix of the Atlantic Coast Conference, and that's ACC Today.
We're here on the ACC channel, folks. Get on our level.
Weekdays from 8 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Join Chris Patola and crew, including Tori Holt.
I hope they are just as fired up about this year as I am.
And Roddy Jones.
I'm a little disappointed we're not playing college ball right now.
As they tackle the ACC like no one else.
We are just flying off the handle with tape.
It's only on Sirius XM ACC Radio, Channel 371, and the SXM app.
Merry Christmas once again. I'm John Stashower. After Packers Dolphins here on Westwood 1, it's Broncos Rams in L.A. And in fairness to the NFL, when they made the schedule, no one figured these teams would both be 4-10. Russell Wilson today going against his longtime Seahawk teammate Bobby Wagner. Baker Mayfield for L.A. And the game tonight on Westwood 1 is Tampa Bay at Arizona. It is Tom Brady's 331st career NFL start, and it is Trace McSorley's first. Cardinals 4-10. Bucks in first place, but if they lose, they drop into a three-way tie with the Saints and Panthers in that anemic NFC South. This has been the NFL on Westwood One pregame show, sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. I'm John Stashower. Back with you at halftime. We'll go around the league with the NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. But coming up, we go back to Miami. Get ready for the Dolphins and Packers. We'll rejoin J.P. Shadrick and Brian Baldinger. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets, from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida, and Merry Christmas. It's time for Brian's Keys to the Game, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home? Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today. NMLS 3030. Let's start with the Miami Dolphins at home after a 3-game road trip where they lost all 3. They're 8-6. They're still in control of the wild card. How about keys for the Fins today?
Well, I think a couple things. One, they ran the ball really well in Buffalo, and I think that's a good start for Miami. And when that gets going, then their play-action pass really takes off. And they put up 29 points against Buffalo, had plenty of opportunities to win that game, had the lead late, gave up 11 straight points in the fourth quarter. I think that if the running game gets going today, you're going to see a real good rhythm to this offense.
The Green Bay Packers were 3-1 at one point. They were 3-6 at one point. They were 4-8 at one point. They're now 6-8 and clinging maybe to a little life. They need some help too. How about keys for the Pack?
Well, Aaron Rodgers, he's even admitted that he's turned the ball over too many times this year. The interceptions are double digits. It's been a long time since he's seen that. He's fumbled. He's got to take care of the ball. But at the same time, like these young receivers, Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, like they've really come on. And I think they've gotten the deep ball to those guys, and can they get behind this Dolphins defense for the big plays? Because I think they can run the ball. I think they can control the game and the tempo with Aaron Rodgers in a short, quick passing game. But I think they got to be able to take the deep shots today, and they got to connect on it.
Gotta love the quarterback matchup, too. Tua in year 3, Aaron Rodgers year 18, right?
Well, anytime Aaron Rodgers is on the field, when we're going to see some special quarterback play. He just sees the whole field. That's where Tua wants to get to. He's really taken a jump this year. I think Mike McDaniel's been really good with him. And getting Taron Armstead back at left tackle has been huge. And this play of Connor Williams at center, free agent pickup from Dallas has been really solid.
Kickoff coming up. Stay with us. We're working our way towards the opening kick between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins on Christmas Day. And this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Iconic games.
43 points for Stephen Curry. The Golden State Warriors have recaptured home court.
One of the best players in the league requesting a trade.
The Suns and the Heat are among the two teams Durant has on his wish list.
And saying goodbye to one of the greatest players that ever lived.
The passing of NBA legend Bill Russell today at the age of 88.
If you missed our top 10 NBA stories of 2022 with Frank Isola and Mitch Lawrence, hear it anytime with the SXM app. Just search NBA Radio.
Busted Open, the authority of pro wrestling, is available as a podcast. Listen to me, Dave LaGreca, and my all-star panel of co-hosts, including Hall of Famers Bully Ray and Mark Henry, to legends like Tommy Dreamer and Mickie James, and the AEW Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa, bring you the best in the pro wrestling world and talk to the biggest names from WWE, AEW, and beyond. Catch Busted Open live Monday through Saturday, 9 to noon Eastern, and the Busted Open podcast wherever podcasts are available.
Hey, I'm Brian Dunseth from SiriusXM FC. Every Monday, join Tom Rainey and me as we go all around the soccer world on our podcast, Week in the Tackle.
Enter our private circle.
From the significant...
There is a lot of reason to think they are going to win this tournament.
...to the absurd.
This little car comes on, like...
We cover the soccer stories we find interesting on Week in the Tackle. Available for free on Stitcher or your favorite podcast platform.
This is Adam Shine, host of the Adam Shine Podcast, here to tell you can listen to my podcast all year round. I'll give you my NFL picks against the spread, give you fantasy advice all season long, while being joined by the best guests in all of sports. He's Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers.
This is what I expect. I expect to play well every year.
We release episodes of the Adam Shine Podcast every week. Subscribe today wherever you stream your podcasts or listen on the SXM app, including with most subscriptions.
The Adam Shine Podcast.
History, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle.
Noonan will hold for 37. The big play of the game for the Dolphins. Waiting for the snap. Here's the snap, set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance. It's good! The Dolphins win! Yepremian, 37 yards, and the Dolphins are in the AFC Championship game as the little guy boots one in from 37 yards out, and the Dolphins win the ball game 27-24. What a finish!
Rick Weaver on AM 610 WIOD and the Dolphins Radio Network. Today marks the fourth time that Miami has ever played on the Christmas holiday. Their first appearance 51 years ago is still the longest game in NFL history. Garo Yepremian's field goal finally ended the divisional playoff contest against the Chiefs and gave the Fins a 27-24 victory, 7 minutes and 40 seconds into the second overtime period. 1971 was the first time an NFL game ever took place on Christmas Day. Dallas beat Minnesota in the first playoff game of the day, and then the Chiefs hosted the Dolphins. Ed Podolak set an NFL postseason record of 350 all-purpose yards in a losing effort for the Chiefs. But fans in Kansas City couldn't even watch the historic game on TV and had to listen on the radio. As per league rules at the time, the television broadcast was blacked out in the home market, so the local NBC affiliate aired reruns of Hee Haw instead, pickin' and grinnin'. That's today's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for a one-of-a-kind flexible financing offer. That's netsuite.com/touchdown. The opening kickoff between the Packers and the Dolphins is coming up. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Elena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you could speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One. Your home.
Football fans, this is Tom Brady. Join me and Jim Gray every Monday night at 6 Eastern for Let's Go on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82. And listen whenever you want with the SXM app.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. JP Shadrick, Brian Boldinger, and Merry Christmas to you on this 48-degree day. Well, the snowbirds down here will love this weather. All these Green Bay folks that have come in. A lot of green in the stands today. A lot of aqua out here, too, because the Miami Dolphins are in command of their spot in the wild card in the AFC at the moment. The Packers trying to climb their way back into this thing. Today, the Packers wear their road white uniforms with green numbers, the gold pants with the green socks. They have the gold helmets with that classic oval G logo on the side. The Miami Dolphins in their aqua jerseys today with white numbers, white pants, the aqua socks, and the white helmet with the dolphin jumping on the side. That's 48 degrees. There is a slight breeze swirling around this stadium. That could be an issue on some of the placements today. And it's time for the opening kickoff, sponsored by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want. Miami won the toss, and they want the football. So the Packers will kick it away to the Miami Dolphins. And it's Mason Crosby playing in his 256th consecutive game. That passes Brett Favre.
Wow.
For games played and consecutive games played in Packers history. He's had the ball on the tee. Raheem Mostert deep to return for the Miami Dolphins. The kick from left to right. The long approach. We are underway on Christmas Day. And the end over end kickoff brought in by Mostert at the 3. Up the right side 10, 15, straight up the field 20, across to the 30, and then pushed down around the 31. There is a penalty flag at the end of the return. Nice return by Raheem Mostert. We'll see if it stands.
I saw a hold out there.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 42. 10-yard penalty, first down, Miami. That's
the voice of referee Land Clark from Albuquerque, New Mexico, a referee since 2020, in the league since 2018. So Tua Tagovailoa leads the way for the Miami Dolphins, third-year quarterback out of the University of Alabama, the 5th overall pick back in 2020. He is number one in the NFL this year in passer rating, 24 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's got speedsters on the outside in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and Raheem Mostert is the single back behind him in the pistol. The move a man in motion left to right as the Dolphins move right to left to open the game. High snap, play fake, thrown left side, swatted and knocked down, nearly picked off and brought back for a touchdown. Enigbari got his hands on it, and that would have been an easy 15-yard touchdown.
We saw that same play yesterday in Philadelphia and Dallas. Their defensive end, Josh Sweat, jumped right in the passing lane of the same type play right there. It's a dangerous throw, but they wanted to get the ball quickly to Tyreek Hill on the outside, and he got right in the passing lane.
Dolphins break the huddle. It is 2nd down and 10 from their own 20. Tua Tagovailoa up under center. Mostert the single back, hands on his knees, 7 yards behind him. Man in motion left to right. And it's a handoff and a cut up the middle. Up between the hash marks to the 30, across to the 35-yard line. Up the right hash mark. He found a crease. Raheem Mostert powers his way through for a first down. Devondre Campbell made the tackle for Green Bay.
Yeah, and I'm just watching the fullback, Alec Ingold. He threw the key block on the defensive end, and Mostert cut right off him. The Dolphins are a two-back system. Alec Ingold is the fullback. They put him in a variety of positions and he sealed the end on that play, and Mostert cut right off him.
14-yard gain and 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Tua works out of the gun. Mostert off his right flank. Twin receivers tight on the left side, and the high snap. Play fake, back to throw Tua. Left-handed quarterback throws down the left side. Caught near midfield on the left numbers, and then he's dropped right away. It's Tyreek Hill with the catch. He's got over 1,500 yards receiving this year. 13 more to it on his first catch of the day. First down, Miami.
He just sat down in a little zone right there, JP, and Tua just floated it to him. He didn't drive it, didn't stick it. I mean, he just kind of floated it right there, and Tyreek came back to the ball the way he should. And then he got the first down. He just went out onto the sidelines here.
1st and 10, Miami from their own 48. Opening drive of the game. Tua under center. Moves 2 receivers to the right side of the formation wide. Single back behind him now. A tight end in motion. The snap and a delayed handoff. Straight up the middle. Finds a crease. 45-40 of Green Bay. Lowers his pads and he's crushed down to the 35-yard line. Raheem Mostert punishing a safety at the end of the play. And it's an 18-yard gain. The Dolphins are on the move.
Well, the Packers look like they're out of sorts right here to start with. The Dolphins are going to do a lot of pre-snap motion. In fact, they motioned twice, and it moved the Packers defense. It created this big lane right behind the right tackle, Brandon Shell.
Adrian Amos was the last man standing. He went low and took the full force of Raheem Mostert at the end of the play. First down, Miami. Single back again for the Dolphins. Tagovailoa under center. Center makes a couple of adjustments at the line. Man in motion from right to left. The snap and a handoff with his right hand, cutting up the middle again, but wrapped up at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Maybe a short gain. Jaron Reed made the tackle. It's a 2-yard gain. The 7th-year defensive lineman out of Alabama made the tackle for the Packers.
The Packers have had trouble against the run this year. It really started when they played the Eagles about a month ago. They gave up 360 yards rushing that day to the Eagles. They had no answer for all their inside traps. And so right now I think Miami's doing a lot of the same things that we saw from Philadelphia.
Mostert, 3 carries, 33 yards. He's off the field now, and Jeff Wilson is in at running back. Single receiver each way. Alex Ingold is in the game, but playing as a tight end just behind another tight end just off the left tackle. Timeout, Miami. Dolphins call their first. Tua didn't like it at the line of scrimmage. So timeout on the field, a nothing score. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video when the Dallas Cowboys meet the Tennessee Titans. And, of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. Well, this is a Miami team that lives on the big play this year. They haven't had a lot of long, sustained drives this season, and so far so good on the opening possession.
Well, I said at the very beginning, JP, that the key to this game today for the Dolphins was to be able to run the ball the way we saw against Buffalo last Saturday, and this drive has been fueled mostly by inside runs from this Dolphins team, attacking the Packers right down the middle the way a lot of teams have.
6th play of the opening drive of the game coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Nothing score. 12:01 to play first quarter from Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Tua Tagovailoa breaks the huddle. Jeff Wilson is the running back behind him. He has a tight end off his left hip as well, and a handoff over the right guard. Finds a crease, runs over a defender, and then keeps his feet over the right hash mark across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. TJ Slayton made the tackle for the Packers after a gain of 4.
JP, I'll tell our audience out there that we have sort of an end zone look from today's position, and so you can see these holes opening up.
I heard your reaction.
They're huge. I mean, Mostert hasn't missed one yet. That time Wilson right there, the two of them.
Wilson still in the game, and he'll go in motion and split out to the right. So 5 receivers in the formation, empty look. They'll move Wilson back in motion around behind the quarterback. Tua back to throw. Left-handed throw deep down the right sideline. Has a man in single coverage. It falls incomplete inside the 5. Intended for Tyreek Hill. Rasul Douglas was in on coverage. That one just floated up there about 3 yards out of the reach of Tyreek.
There was good coverage by Rasul Douglas. He's a long corner. He doesn't have great speed. But what he did was he had good positioning against Tyreek, going for the big shot right there. I said that they would go play action off the run game. They just missed the one shot. We settle here for a field goal attempt.
This is right in between the hash marks for Jason Sanders, 5th-year kicker. This is from 46 yards from right to left. The snap and the spot are good. The kick clears the line. The end-over-end kick is on the way, and this is right down the middle and good. And the Miami Dolphins are on the board. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. The new score, Miami 3, Green Bay coming up on offense. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
NFL fans, right now on the SXM app, hear in-depth coverage of your team with the Believe Podcast Network on SiriusXM. It's all the analysis, all the breakdowns that matter to you. Hosted by the players who played for your team and the fans who eat, sleep, and breathe it. 32 diehard fan bases, 32 podcasts. The Believe Podcast Network on SiriusXM. BLEAV. Search Believe in, followed by your team on the SXM app, Pandora, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart, and guess what? I've got my own channel on Sirius XM, Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio, channel 96. We play the best stand-up comedy from some of my favorite comedians, and I got my own show. It's called Straight from the Heart, and I host it with a bunch of unattractive friends of mine. They call the Plastic Cup Boys. Every Tuesday and Thursday, real, raw, authentic conversation. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Laugh Out Loud Radio right here on Sirius XM, channel 96. Don't miss it.
Start off your morning right with the best coverage of the Conference of Champions on Pac-12 this morning.
This conference is going to be loaded at quarterback next year. Get the Heisman Trophy winner in the conference. Michael Penix led the FBS in passing. Bo Nix had a fantastic year. I mean, this conference is uniquely positioned next year to be, without a doubt, the best in the Power 5 as far as quarterback play goes.
Don't miss Pac-12 this morning. Weekdays starting at 8 a.m. Pacific on Sirius XM Channel 373 and on the SXM app.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Mad Dog Russo here. Familiar? You should be. Well, now you can catch Mad Dog's Daily Bite each day as a podcast, where you'll hear my thoughts and opinions on the biggest topics around the world of sports. NFL, baseball, golf, NBA, even the hockey. That you know you can count on. That's Mad Dog's Daily Bite. Drops daily anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can also hear me weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Unleashed, Sirius XM Channel 82, or anytime on the SXM app.
The Grainger broadcast booth at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, backed by 24/7 support and access to product experts. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. 11:10 remaining in the first quarter, and the Dolphins lead the Packers 3-0. The ensuing kickoff on the way after the Jason Sanders field goal. The right leg kicker swings through it. The end-over-end kick is into the end zone to our right. Keyshawn Nixon up the right numbers 10, 15, 20. Has a crease 30 to the 35. One man to beat 40. Going left numbers 50 to the 40. One man to beat. He's got an angle at the 20. Cuts back in. Spinning down to the 10-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon, fourth-year man out of South Carolina, with the longest return in his career, and the Packers are in business on their opening possession. A huge return of 91 yards.
He took it right out of the end zone, JP, and the most excited person in the country right now is Snoop Dogg, who he played for in the Pop Warner League growing up in California. But that really gets the Packers going right here. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers' job right now to finish this, but what a breakaway kickoff return to get the Packers started.
It is first and goal at the 9-yard line, and Aaron Jones is the single back behind Aaron Rodgers, who goes under center. Opening play from scrimmage for the Packers. Twin receivers right, single man left, pitch to the right side. Aaron Jones looking for a crease, has some blocking out in front, tries to turn the corner, but he's pushed out of bounds after a short gain. Landon Roberts got to the edge and pushed him to the boundary. It is a gain of 3. Up to around the 5-yard line. Second and goal at the 5.
Tough spot for the Miami Dolphin defense to start this game inside the 10-yard line here, but that's their job. That's their job right now, is to hold Green Bay to a field goal attempt here.
Jones still in there. Aaron Rodgers breaks the huddle with 15 on the play clock. The 18th-year veteran quarterback under center again. 3 receivers left. He'll move Christian Watson in motion left to right. Rodgers at 5 on the play clock has the snap. It's a play fake. Rolls to the left. Rodgers surveying, looking towards the end zone, and he's sacked back at the 20-yard line. A Landon Roberts again. Play fake to the right and then rolled left and had nowhere to go in the end zone. He had to eat it for a sack. It's a loss of 13 yards.
I think right now Aaron Rodgers is beside himself because he got out there on the bootleg to the left, JP, and all he had to do was avoid Landon Roberts, and normally he does. He just didn't. He just held the ball weird, and normally he avoids that to make the throw, but he gets up in disgust, pounds the ball into the turf. He knows it's all on him right there on that play.
This is 3rd down and goal at the 18 for the Packers. Rodgers in the gun, A.J. Dillon, the running back, off his left hip. He puts his right foot down, takes the snap, throws a crosser over the middle, tipped in the air, nearly intercepted on the left numbers. It falls to the turf, incomplete. And the Miami defense holds after a 91-yard kickoff return to the 9-yard line. The Packers will try for a field goal.
That was 2 back-to-back poor plays. Aaron Rodgers should have thrown that ball away on 2nd down, but he shouldn't have taken a sack. And then Romeo Doubs just dropped one right there, right in his hands. Went through his hands and bounced off his chest. He's lucky that ball was intercepted in the middle of the field.
Mason Crosby from 36 yards on the left hash mark to tie this game. Midway or so through the first quarter. The snap and spot are good. The kick is in the air. End over end. Boot is through. And it's good. Mason Crosby now 17 of 20 for the season. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. 9:26 to play in the first quarter. From South Florida, the new score, Packers 3, Dolphins 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Football is a game of inches, and while we've advanced the ball down the field, our efforts to achieve equality are still far from the goal. But we are in it for the long haul. For years, P&G has used its voice to shine a light on inequalities and bias, and through their Take On Race platform, actionable change is being made. P&G is dedicated to investing in the future of boys and men of color, supporting the success of black women entrepreneurs, funding efforts that will improve the child care industry in the U.S., and much more. So we invite you to join P&G and take action to ensure the home field advantage is everyone's advantage. Go to pg.com/takeonrace to learn more. That's pg.com/takeonrace and engage in a quest for a more equitable world for everyone.
Introducing Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream, paying homage to the original invented over 100 years ago. This new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients, an exceptional glide, and crisp fragrance for a winning shave experience.
Barbasol. NFL Plus is here, which means no matter where you are, this is how you football. You can stream live, local, and primetime regular season games on your phone or tablet. 45-minute game replays with NFL Plus Premium and more. This is the NFL for every fan. This is football freedom. This is your game on the go. Wherever you are, this is how you football. Go to plus.nfl.com and sign up today. Terms and conditions apply.
This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. Why is AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Let's check the drive summary sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home, Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today, NMLS 3030. And for the Packers, 4 plays, -9 yards, 1:44 off the clock, and a game-tying field goal of 36 yards from Crosby, who has the long approach, swings the right leg to it. The kickoff is brought in at the 1-yard line. And this is Raheem Mostert going to the middle of the field and then dropped by the Packers coverage unit shy of the 20-yard line. Close to the 15, in fact. Nice play down in coverage for the Green Bay Packers. Tariq Carpenter made the tackle.
Not many starting tailbacks are also the kickoff returner on teams. And they use Mostert back there because he's got great speed. But that coverage by Green Bay, you can start the offense right here with that coverage inside the 15-yard line. That's outstanding. Two great special team plays so far by the Packers in this game.
They give him forward progress to the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Dolphins in a 3-3 game. 9:21 to play in the first quarter. Tagovailoa under center. Jeff Wilson starts this drive at running back. Hands on his knees, 7 yards behind him. Tua under center. Stomps his foot, moves a man in motion, turns, play fake. Left-handed quarterback throws over the middle, has a man caught. 25-30, right side numbers, 35-40 down the sideline, 50. One man to beat, cuts inside 40. He's got a block at the 30, at the 20. It's Jalen Waddle all the way for a touchdown. Miami. It's 84 yards for Jalen Waddle. The catch and run. The explosive Dolphins offense is into the end zone with an unbelievable burst from Waddle.
That's what's been missing. Well, we saw it last week against Buffalo, but he just did the Waddle in the end zone. I mean, he did the Waddle on Christmas. Every kid around their tree right now is doing the Waddle. But he just ran away from the entire Packers defense. Tyreek Hill walked him into the end zone as his guy, but that was just a floater in the middle of the field, and then he hit the Jets.
A penguin on Christmas.
Yes.
He leads the NFL now with 13 receptions of 40 yards or more. The extra point attempt is up and through the pipes for the Miami Dolphins. What a play. 84 yards. Tagovailoa to Waddle. And with 9:08 to play in our first quarter, the new score is Miami 10, Green Bay 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
If your pubic region was quote-unquote junk, you wouldn't need America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. But it's not. So show some respect with new Gillette Intimate for a gentle and easy shave. Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get. Buy now at Walmart.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started today. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, cover rate, like date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit InflationBuster.com or call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
We all know the game isn't over till it's over. You just gotta keep driving towards the end zone. And when it's time to turn the game around, you need all the right parts to play together. So next time you need a part for your car, don't call it quits. Head to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts. So the road to victory is always in your favor. And you can keep driving well into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Great, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Welcome back to South Florida. The Dolphins lead the Packers 10-3. 9:08 to play in the first quarter. Christmas is here, and that means it's almost time for the Nickelodeon NFL Nickmas game when the Denver Broncos take on the LA Rams, complete with slime lights, celebs, surprises, and the Fat Man, Santa. Don't miss the Nickelodeon NFL Nickmas game live following this game at 4:30 Eastern on Nickelodeon. One play. 84 yards and a bolt of lightning.
It was a bolt, and just once in my life, JP, I want to be able to be that fast. Just once, they could take me to heaven afterwards. I just want to know what that's like when you are the fastest man on the planet with the ball in his hand like he just was.
Well, he might not be the fastest guy on his team. Tyreek Hill might have something to say about that.
We might see that later.
Keyshawn Nixon back to return. It is a squib straight ahead into the front line of the Packers, and it's covered up by Green Bay at the 45-yard line.
That's a coaching decision by Mike McDaniel to try and steal a possession right there after the big play. But the Packers have been excellent on special teams. They were alert. They weren't fooled by it. And Green Bay gets great field position to start again.
Josiah DeGuara recovered it. It hit him in the leg and just kind of died right there in front of him instead of carrying away. So the Packers with great field position again. They started at the 9 going in last time. And now it's 1st and 10 from their own 46. A.J. Dillon is the single back. Rodgers under center. Two tight ends to the right off the right tackle. Single receiver each way. Rodgers, with 10 on the play clock, has the snap. Quick thrown left side on the slant. It's caught. It's Allen Lazard turning up the left. Hash marks across the Dolphins 45 up to the 43-yard line. And they'll move the sticks on one play. First down, Packers.
I've seen Aaron Rodgers do that a lot. That's just a quick pop to Lazard. And it's really just an automatic check. If the corner is off, like he doesn't even run the play. He just takes it. It's a little look over to the receiver. A guy that he really trusts in Lazard, and they pick up an easy first down.
11-yard gain. Dillon still in the game at running back. They move DeGuara, the tight end, to the right of Rodgers. So a man on each side of him working out of the gun. Single receiver each way. A handoff to the right. This is A.J. Dillon cutting up behind the right tackle over the right hash marks past the 40-yard line and down around the 37. So close to a gain of 6 yards. Raekwon Davis in on the tackle, among a few aqua jerseys there for Miami.
A.J. Dillon is a hard man to tackle. He's got a big, thick thighs. It's hard to get his feet from stopping, and inside like that, they love to run him inside and slash with Showtime Jones as his partner.
Christian Watson way out to the left. They'll move Lazard in motion in the slot left. Rodgers looking that way out of the gun. Throws, slant, caught. It's Christian Watson, middle of the field, spinning up past the 20-yard line on the right hash mark. And he's brought down in the red zone. Eric Rowe made the tackle. It is a nice gain of 19. Another slant from Rodgers, and the Packers are on the move.
Well, he's got great speed, and he exploded as soon as he caught that ball. It was in stride. He beat the young corner Kohu on the play, and Rodgers put it right on him, and there was a lot of yards after that catch.
Aaron Jones is in the game at running back for the Packers. Still in the huddle with 11 on the play clock. The receivers split away, and now the offensive line setting up shop with 5 seconds on the play clock. Rodgers out of the gun at 2, at 1. Has the snap. Back to throw. Left side throwing to his running back. Aaron Jones in the left flat. Swings it out, and he's forced out of bounds by Landon Roberts. Minimal gain on the left side, throwing wide that time. And it's second down and 8 after a gain of 2.
Well, Aaron Jones is just a great dual threat. He's got great hands. He's a trusted receiver. He can line up as a receiver, and sometimes they play both Dillon and Jones together in combination. But Aaron Rodgers trusts his star running back, Aaron Jones.
Jones nearly 1,000 rushing yards this year, nearly 400 receiving yards coming into the game. We'll move a man in motion left to right. 3 receivers on the wide side right for Aaron Rodgers. 5 on the play clock. Works out of the gun. Barks something to the offensive line. Stomps his right foot. He has the ball belt high. Back to throw. Looking to the right side. Throwing to the end zone. Has a man, but it hits the defender in the back. And it's incomplete. It's Keon Crossan. It hit him between the 2 and the 7 on the back of his jersey. Intended for Christian Watson. And it's third down.
It's the wrong throw by Aaron Rodgers. It was too flat. If he put more air on that ball, Crossan wouldn't have had it. If he put it into the back of the end zone and let Watson run underneath it, it probably would have been an easy touchdown. It's rare that Aaron Rodgers just throws it and misjudges that throw.
10 on the play clock as the Packers set up on third down and 8 at the 15 going in, trailing 10-3 to the Dolphins. 5 on the play clock. Rodgers stomps his right foot. He has the ball number high, back to throw. Clean pocket. Late pressure from behind. Steps up, rolling to the left side. Tucks it. He runs. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he slides down at the 3-yard line. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself, the last resort. It's a gain of 12 for the Packers and a first and goal.
It was a good decision, Mike, because he had Bradley Chubb coming around the corner, and he felt it without looking at it, and then he ran away from the defensive line, got down just in time, and protected himself well to give him a first down inside the 5.
First and goal at the 3 for the Green Bay Packers, down by a touchdown. 5:45 to play, moving clock, first quarter. Rodgers in the gun. A.J. Dillon, the running back, off his left side. 2 receivers right, a single man left. That's Lazard. Man in motion. It's a pitch in front of him to the left side, looking for the corner. It's Christian Watson, who's pushed out of bounds. There's a late penalty flag at the end of the play. Watson came in motion from right to left. It was a pop pass in front of Rodgers to Watson. He couldn't get the edge. Landon Roberts was there. Let's check the call. The officials having a quick discussion about it on the left sideline. Could be a helmet-to-helmet, Baldy.
Yeah, well, they've got a pretty good huddle going on right there. Nothing's been determined. I haven't seen any signals. It could have been a face mask on Watson.
Here's the call.
As he got tackled.
There is no foul for face mask. Second down.
Okay. All right. That was the huddle.
There you have it. There was some helmet-to-helmet contact as well. All kind of came in at the same time there.
Well, that technically was a fly sweep. It's really a pass, kind of a shovel pass to Watson coming across. He wanted to use his speed to get to the corner, but Miami did a good job of just widening him right to the sideline.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line after a loss of 2. 2 tight ends in the game. Mercedes Lewis, the 17th-year vet, and Josiah DeGuara.
Well,
they're on the one on each side of the line. In fact, Rodgers under center. A.J. Dillon the single back. And Rodgers moves the man in motion left to right. DeGuara, play fake, back to throw. Rodgers, clean pocket, standing in there, throws to the middle of the end zone, near the goal line. It's incomplete. Waved off. The ball rolls to the back line, incomplete, intended for Allen Lazard over the middle. And it's now 3rd down.
It's a dangerous throw, but the Dolphins did a great job of defending that. It was man coverage. Really, Aaron Rodgers went through his whole progressions. Looked at about 3 different guys, and he was late to Lazard over the middle. That's really good coverage by Miami.
Javon Holland in on coverage for the Dolphins that time. It is now 3rd down and goal at the 5 for the Packers. 10-3, Miami with the lead, 4:58 remaining in the first quarter.
Got Watson in the backfield next to Rodgers.
Rodgers back to throw. Throws to the right side. It's caught inside the 5 by Christian Watson, but he trips up on his own. There wasn't a defender within 10 yards of him between the numbers and the right sideline, and he trips up at the 2-yard line where it's 4th and goal.
The play was for him all the way, and he just got the turf monster. I mean, Aaron Rodgers saw him. It was like a walk into the end zone. And I think, you have to go for it right here.
Yeah, they're going for it on 4th down and goal. The Packers 8 of 23 on 4th down this season, but 4 of the last 5 have been good. A.J. Dillon, the running back. There are 3 tight ends in the game. Tanyan, Lewis, and DeGuara. Rodgers is under center. And timeout. Running out of time. There was 1 on the play clock, and Aaron Rodgers had to turn around.
I don't think he minds that. I think they want to make sure they get the right play in here. If they're really going to go for it on 4th down, if they're going to rethink this, and just make sure they get the right play.
4:14 to play in the first quarter. 10-3 Miami over Green Bay. And this season, for the first time, you can listen to every Westwood One NFL broadcast for free via the NFL app. Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, plus the entire postseason. From now until Super Bowl 57 in February, if it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. And it's now streaming for free in the NFL app. Download today. 4th and goal for the Green Bay Packers. Trailing by 7, opening quarter in Miami. A.J. Dillon is the back. DeGuara, the tight end, lined up in a fullback position. Another tight end on each side of the line. Man in motion left to right. Rodgers has the snap, turns, play fake, throwing left side, open man in the end zone. It is caught, and it's a touchdown, Green Bay. It's Mercedes Lewis, the 17th-year tight end out of UCLA. It's his 2nd touchdown of the season for the Packers, and they're an extra point away from tying the game.
Well, you know from being in Jacksonville what Mercedes Lewis has been in this league. He's been one of the best blocking tight ends, and he doesn't do anything except go out on this route. He doesn't even deceive him. Nobody covered him. And Aaron Rodgers said, I'll throw it to the oldest tight end in the league right now, let him get a 2nd touchdown and finish off that great drive by the Packers.
The salty vet with only his 5th reception of the season. The extra point attempt is up. The end-over-end kick is right down the pipe and good. And the Packers have tied the game with 4:10 to play in the first quarter. The new score, Green Bay 10, Miami 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back to South Florida. Later on, we'll select the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Did you know that right now, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance? Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Well, the Packers started near midfield. They go 10 plays, 54 yards in 4 minutes, 58 seconds. For the touchdown, a fourth down conversion to Mercedes Lewis, the veteran tight end. And it's 10-10 with 4:10 to play in the first. Raheem Mostert back to return for Miami. The kickoff coming from Mason Crosby. The right footer swings his leg to it. High pop-up kick. Underneath it at the 15, 20, up the middle, and then wrapped up right away and brought down around the 25-yard line. It's Ennis Gaines down in coverage for the Packers to make the tackle. Two pretty good special teams tackles so far for Green Bay, and it's 1st and 10 Miami.
The special teams for Green Bay have been special today in a lot of different ways. The kickoff return by Keyshawn Nixon, and the coverage units have been excellent. And then when Miami tried an onside kick to try and steal possession, they were prepared for it. So kudos to Green Bay and their special teams right now.
1st and 10 Miami from their own 25. Jeff Wilson in the game at running back behind Tua Tagovailoa, working out of the pistol. Moves a man in motion from right to left, and then back to the right of the quarterback. And the snap, turns, hands it off, finds a crease left side, looking for the left corner, 30 at the numbers, lowering his pads at the 35-yard line, running into contact. Jeff Wilson, the running back for Miami, was some good yardage. Adrian Amos made the tackle after a gain of 11 yards for the Dolphins.
Right behind Teron Armstead and Robert Jones on that left side. Very patient with Jeffrey Wilson. They traded for him about 6 weeks ago from San Francisco. It's a lot of 49ers in this roster, Trent Sherfield and Raheem Mostert, but they all know the system, and that's why they're here. They understand the motions and where you got to be. It's a very, very precise running offense.
Tua working out of the pistol. Back behind him is Jeff Wilson. Wide receiver off his left hip now. High snap, handles it clean. Back to throw, left side. Thrown over the middle. It's caught at the 50, and then turning upfield, Tyreek Hill slips up at the Packers' 45-yard line where he's brought down. And another Miami first down of 18 yards this time for Tyreek Hill.
Well, Tua has been extremely accurate today. And one way you know that, JP, is these guys are getting the ball on the dead run, and they're not slowing down at all. They're hitting it as soon as they catch it, and there's a lot of yards after the catch. Good play action that time to Wilson to freeze the linebackers.
Jeff Wilson still in the game at running back. Tua goes up under center. Single receiver left. Two to the right. Tight end moves back in a fullback position. Tua has the snap, turns left, and hands it off straight up the middle, finds another hole, and then just plowing ahead just across the 40-yard line where he's wrapped up by a couple of Packers defenders. It's a 5-yard gain for Jeff Wilson on a straight-ahead run. And Preston Smith was in on the tackle for Green Bay. Moving clock, first quarter, 2:20 to play, a 10-10 score. The Packers and the Dolphins in South Florida.
Well, the two inside linebackers are Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker, the rookie out of Georgia, the first-round pick. And those guys have not played the cutback run very well so far.
Two running backs in, Wilson and Raheem Mostert. The snap out of the shotgun, pressure in his face. Tua tucks it, runs straight ahead, finds a little avenue somehow, and then weaves his way through the middle of the Packers' front. And he gets about 5 yards somehow, maybe 4. Dean Lowry made the tackle. There's a flag. Here's the call.
Holding. Offense number 58. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That is Connor Williams, the center. It's only his 5th penalty of the year, but the last penalty he had was in week 6. That'll move him back. 2nd down and 14. The ball will be at the 49 officially for the Miami Dolphins.
So there's some offenses in this league, when you get backed up 2nd and 14, it's like, they have a hard time overcoming it. But this Dolphin offense is so explosive that 2nd and 4, 2nd and 14, it doesn't really make a big difference.
Tagovailoa works out of the gun, running back off. Oh, it's a high snap. He fumbles it. It's on the turf, and then Tua falls right back on it at the 44-yard line. Near disaster for the Dolphins. That was helmet high, and then he popped it up in the air even higher.
Well, it was. It was a bad snap by Connor Williams, and then Tua just tried to, just tap it to himself, and he dropped it, and he's lucky to get back on it. And he did the right thing. Just get on the ball, eat the loss, go to 3rd down.
A loss of 5. The Dolphins are moving the wrong way. It's 3rd down and 21 from their own 44-yard line.
Now, will they be aggressive here, or will they settle for a screen and get as many yards as they can? I think they're going to be aggressive and take a shot down the field.
Raheem Mostert is in the game at running back. 3 receivers to the wide side right. Single man left. Tua out of the gun. Left-hander throws a wide receiver screen on the right side. It's incomplete. It falls to the turf. Jeff Wilson actually was the intended receiver that time. The running back split out wide, and it just falls incomplete, and it's 4th down, and the Dolphins' nice drive is turned away.
Well, it was a great play by Rasul Douglas. He read the play immediately, and he was supposed to be blocked on the play by the lead wide receiver, and he beat the block and beat Jeff Wilson to the ball and defended it. It was a great play on the outside.
Thomas Morstead is on to punt, 14th year out of SMU. The accurate snap, the right footer with a high drifting spiral, and then Randall Cobb underneath it at the 10. No fair catch. He's wrapped up right away and brought down to the turf by Justin Bethel for the Miami coverage group. Nice play. 45-yard punt, no return. And a reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner each and every Sunday on NFL Game Day morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. All right, so the worst field position of the day for the Green Bay Packers. They started inside the Dolphins' 10. They started just behind midfield, and now they start from their own 12.
Miami's got a lot of good pass rushers on this defense, and so Aaron Rodgers knows that, there's Bradley Chubb over there, and there's Jalen Phillips and Christian Wilkins. I mean, those are all 3 high first-round draft picks. In addition to Melvin Ingram, 4 guys that can really chase the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers knows that he's got to get the ball out and pinpoint timing.
We mentioned Chubb. He's questionable with a hand injury, we're told.
Okay.
Rodgers works out of the gun. Mercedes Lewis in motion from left to right. Running back is A.J. Dillon. And the Dolphins are showing blitz. They have 3 men down, 2 standing. They bring 5. Back to throw Rodgers. Deep ball down the left side. Has a man with a step. It's Allen Lazard over the shoulder catch and brought down in Dolphins territory at the 45-yard line. What a throw from Aaron Rodgers, right on the money. Allen Lazard with the catch. It's a 42-yard gain for Green Bay.
Well, they went after Kader Kohu right there at the right cornerback position. And Lazard, who does not have great speed, but he's got great size. And Aaron Rodgers, that's the play that this team has struggled in their losing streak. They could not get the deep ball, JP. That's a great throw by Rodgers to one of his favorite targets.
We have reached the end of one in South Florida. It is game on Christmas Day between the Packers and the Dolphins. A 10-10 score. And you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
The NFL and its players and teams are committed to advancing social justice through work that reduces barriers to opportunity and creates progress in police-community relations, criminal justice reform, education, and economic advancement. Throughout the season,
The NFL family has been working to highlight efforts across the league to inspire change in our communities and advance these issues. To learn more, visit NFL.com/inspire change.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Along with Brian Baldinger, I'm JP Shadrick. Our score after 15 minutes of play, Packers 10, Dolphins 10. The start of the second quarter is sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy.
I just want to explain here the Packers offensive line. There's Josh Myers at center. There's John Runyon at guard. There's Yosh Nijman at tackle. You can get the Joshes and the Johns a little confused.
Joshes and the Yoshes?
Yes.
Right. Bakhtiari is out today, left tackle.
So Elton Jenkins is a key cog. He started the season off at tackle, and he's been a Pro Bowl guard. And he's like, put me back at guard. I was struggling at tackle. They put Yosh Nijman over at right tackle, and now Zach Tom is at left tackle. They seem like they've really settled the offensive line here late in the season.
First play of the second quarter. Rodgers works out of the gun. It's a delayed handoff over the left side of the offensive line behind Elton Jenkins.
Yes.
And Raekwon Davis is there to make the tackle on Aaron Jones. A minimal gain, give him 2. It's 2nd down and 8. By the way, Jenkins just signed a 4-year extension, $68 million reported, base up to $74 million.
You can buy quite a few Christmas gifts with that kind of a check.
Absolutely. It's 2nd down and 8 at the Dolphins 44 for the Green Bay Packers in a 10-10 game just underway in the second quarter. Aaron Jones still in it, running back off the left hip of Aaron Rodgers. Twin receivers on the left side of the formation. Packers moving right to left in the second quarter. Man in motion left to right. The shotgun snap, belt high. Pulls it out, throws over the middle. It's open. It's caught. No, it's dropped in and out of the hands. Alan Lazard. Oh, my goodness. He had daylight over the middle of the Dolphins defense, and it hit him right in the breadbasket and falls to the field.
Well, you said it, JP. He was looking at daylight. He wasn't looking the ball into his hands. He took his eyes off it. He beat Kohu clean. And Aaron Rodgers, it was an RPO, a run-pass option. Could have handed it to Aaron Jones. Instead, he threw it to Lazard. Hit him right between the 1 and the 3.
A very slight tip of the ball in the air might have caused a little bit of misdirection. Aaron Jones still in the game. It's 3rd down and 8. Rodgers with 3 receivers in the formation. Moves a man in motion. That's Christian Watson from the right side. Has the shotgun snap. Rodgers pressured, rolling to the left side, looking downfield, pointing out a block, and then he's run out of bounds, trying to dive towards the first down marker. Jalen Phillips in pursuit of him, and it looks like he's short.
Yeah, he's just short, and I think Green Bay's going to stay on the field right here. It's kind of no man's land. It's right inside the 40. He's got to get to the 36 to get the first down.
And it's 4th and 1. Crosby has not made a 50-plus yarder this year, 0 for 2. Dillon is in the game at running back for the Packers on 4th and 1 at the Dolphins' 37-yard line. A 10-10 game just underway in the second quarter. Rodgers works out of the gun. Quick snap. Belt high. Back to throw. Clean pocket. Deep ball. Down the left side. Has a man, but he overthrows it into the end zone. Intended for Christian Watson. Aaron Rodgers going for it all down the middle of the Dolphins defense and cannot connect. It's a turnover on downs.
And Aaron Rodgers beside himself. I mean, he's just staring up at the sky going, how did I miss him? Like, he threw the ball to Lazard earlier in the drive, and he missed Watson.
13:25 to play, second quarter. Packers 10, Dolphins 10. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
It's college
college football bowl season, and you'll hear 45 bowl games on SiriusXM and the SXM app from unique matchups in unusual places.
We get the privilege of playing Yankee Stadium. I mean, what a great send-off for our seniors.
To the games you grew up with.
The Rose Bowl is the grail. It's nostalgic and fun as we head into 2023.
And we're counting down to kickoff on ESPNU Radio Channel 84 and our Power 5 Conference channels 371 to 375. Find the complete bowl season schedule at SiriusXM.com/college football.
Pop to hip hop. Billy. On my wrist, but I want that. Country to rock. She's a 90s supermodel. SiriusXM channels like The Highway, Octane, Hip Hop Nation, and Hits One close out the year with countdowns dedicated to the top tracks of 2022. It's about damn time. Hear them all through the end of the year across SiriusXM and on the SXM app, included in all trials and popular plans.
One play, 75 yards, touchdown, Michigan.
The road to the college football playoff runs through Big Ten country.
Stay up to date with the Wolverines and the Buckeyes and tune in to Big Ten This Morning every weekday from 8 to 11.
Harrison got it inside the 20. Harrison all the way to the house for Ohio State.
We've been following these teams all year long, and now it all comes down to this.
Your home for playoff coverage all month long. SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, Channel 372.
The World Cup may be over, but the English Premier League is back on SiriusXM FC. Don't miss a Boxing Day quadruple header, beginning with Tottenham at Brentford and Leicester Newcastle.
Harry Kane, what a start for Tottenham!
Followed by Aston Villa versus Liverpool and Arsenal against West Ham.
Back to Saka, Arsenal back in front.
The Premier League returns tomorrow morning at 7 Eastern on SiriusXM FC 157 and streaming on the SXM app.
Stadium. Grainger helps keep your team moving forward at work with supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by one of over 250 Grainger branch locations. Packers turn it over on downs, and it's Dolphins football.
I just got to say, JP, the cheerleaders here today are all dressed in Santa outfits, and they're extremely stylish. It really fits in the motif.
This would be the day to do it, that's for sure. Raheem Mostert is the running back. They'll move a fullback in motion, an I formation. Tua takes the snap, hands off Mostert, hole left side. Penalty flag falls behind the play as he's across the 50 over the left hash mark to the 49. Devondre Campbell made the tackle.
Holding. Offense to the 72. 10-yard penalty. The play, first down.
Teron Armstead, his third holding call of the season, a left tackle.
He was holding the rookie from Georgia, Devontae Wyatt, on the play. He was as a down block, and he had his hands like around the back of the shoulder pad. It's a good call. Good call. Mostert ran right by him.
Jeff Wilson in the game at running back now for the Dolphins. Tua working out of the shotgun. He has two receivers to the left. And the snap, back to throw. The lefty pumps once, has an open man. Caught outside the right numbers on one knee at the 50. He's up and running with it, 45-40, and they'll whistle it down. Back where he caught the ball originally, Mike Gesicki getting involved in the Dolphins offense. A 24-yard gain, only his 26th catch of the season. First down, Miami.
Well, if he stayed on his feet, he would have scored. I mean, he's got tremendous speed. I'm a big Mike Gesicki fan coming out of Penn State. He's a Jersey kid who's a great world-class volleyball player. Like Green Bay completely, I'm looking at Rasul Douglas. He was in the wrong place, and Gesicki got behind him.
I think his foot touched him while he was down. It's the only thing that kept him from scoring. Tua working out of the pistol, number high snap. It is a handoff. Stutter stepping in the backfield, cutting over the right guard. It is Jeff Wilson trying to find his way and pick his way through the Packers defense. There's a penalty flag on the near sideline. And the call.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 11 and 81 were not set. 5-yard penalty. The play, first down.
Cedric Wilson, wide receiver. Durham Smythe.
Yeah, two guys moving at the same time at the snap. That will drive Mike McDaniel crazy because those are pre-snap penalties that really erased a pretty good run that time by Wilson.
So they'll move him back. First down and 15 for the Dolphins. A 10-10 score with 11:50 to play in the second quarter. Clock is moving. Tagovailoa under center. Jeff Wilson 6 yards behind him, hands on his knees. Single receiver each way. Man in motion left to right. Play fake, Tua back to throw. The left-hander rolling left, stepping up. Deep ball, unleashes it down the field between the hash marks. Has a man caught inside the 5, and he's dragged down at the 1-yard line, and it is the cheetah, Tyreek Hill, with a big gainer for Miami, and it's first and goal for the Dolphins after a 52-yard pitch and catch.
Well, it was a bootleg out to the left, and Tua's left-handed, so we went to his side. He set his feet, and it's an absolute perfect throw. I call it throwing it to an open patch of grass. No free safety. Tyreek Hill ran away from Amos to free safety, and it was perfectly thrown.
Nobody got their hands on Tyreek Hill at the line. They let him run free.
Yeah, well, he had to wait just a little bit on that ball from Tua, but it was a perfect throw.
First and goal. Jeff Wilson, the single back out of the pistol. A handoff over the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Wow.
Jeff Wilson's 5th touchdown run of the season for the Miami Dolphins. And with 10:52 to play in the second, the Dolphins are back on top 16-10.
Oh, they are putting on a show, and the fans are loving it. I mean, it is a party inside Hard Rock Stadium right now. This speed is blinding. And the Packers, they look like they're just flat-footed on some of these plays. And Tua has been super impressive. I mean, he's been accurate on short throws, dynamic on the deep throws.
Jason Sanders on for the point after touchdown for the Dolphins to make it a 7-point game. The snap and spot are good. The kick is up and through. And with 10:52 to play in the second quarter from Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida, the new score is Miami 17, Green Bay 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
We all know the game isn't over till it's over. You just gotta keep driving towards the end zone. And when it's time to turn the game around, you need all the right parts to play together. So next time you need a part for your car, don't call it quits. Head to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts. So the road to victory is always in your favor. And you can keep driving well into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
Tune to SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 all year long to hear expert opinions and analysis from former players, coaches, and executives.
Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood 1, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Game 2 of the tripleheader sees the Broncos and the Rams following this one. Tonight, the Bucs are in Arizona to cap our tripleheader coverage. And then tomorrow, the Chargers and Colts wrap up Week 16. And then Thursday, Dallas and Tennessee kick off Week 17 on Thursday Night Football. Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games? It also now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately. Learn more at hulu.com. 17-10, Dolphins over the Packers. 10:52 to play in the second quarter from Hard Rock Stadium. And the Dolphins set to kick it away. The Dolphins showing off the aerial attack today so far. Long passes and completions to Waddle and now to Hill. And the end-over-end kickoff is away to the end zone to our right and brought in at the 2-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon running to the left side. And he's wrapped up and thrown out of bounds on the near sideline. A penalty flag comes in from behind the kickoff, and we'll check it.
JP, real quick, Tua has 5 completions today. for 192 yards.
Oh, wow.
I did the math. It's almost 40 yards of completion.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 55, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It will move the Green Bay Packers back inside their own 20. So the Packers' opening 2 possessions started very well. They started at the 9 going in after a 91-yard kickoff return on their first possession, but settled for a field goal. They started just shy of midfield on their second possession, scored a touchdown. And now the last 2 have been inside their own 20. Shotgun snap, belt high. Rodgers back to throw, looking to the right. Throws. He's got his running back outside the right numbers. Gets past the first man across the 15 and then crawls ahead. A.J. Dillon is up close to the 20-yard line. Give him the 19.
So the corner on that play is Xavier Howard. And A.J. Dillon was coming right at him, 248 pounds. He made a business decision. He went down and completely whiffed. Xavier Howard wants interceptions today. I don't know if he wants to hit A.J. Dillon on the outside like that.
Xavier Howard just voted to the Pro Bowl games.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
In this league, but he's a very talented player.
Packers are 1 of 4 on third down today. This is third down and 2 from their own 20. A.J. Dillon just off the right flank of Aaron Rodgers with 7 on the play clock. Works out of the gun. 3 receivers right. Moves one of those in motion from right to left. At 2, at 1, has the number, high snap. He's back to throw. Left side throw. It's incomplete. Into the boundary, into the Dolphins bench, and it's 4th down. And here comes the punting team for Green Bay after a 3 and out.
Boy, Aaron Rodgers he's doing like a Kim Kardashian eye roll right now. I mean, he's completely out of sync with his receivers on that play.
That's been a storyline all week. There was an article in The Athletic about hand signals and Aaron Rodgers and his hand signals from years ago coming back, and how much of that is that or just Rodgers mishandling. A fake punt. This is to the personal protector going straight ahead and into the line, and he's tackled for a loss. And the Miami Dolphins get the ball in the red zone. The Packers trying a fake punt from inside their own 20-yard line. It falls a yard short.
Well, I think Jalen Phillips was in on the tackle right there. I mean, they had their starting defense out there. They were ready for it. You see Raekwon Davis right there? They snapped it to the up man on the play. And really, they didn't get any push. They ran right into John Jenkins and Jalen Phillips and Raekwon Davis. They kept their starting defense on the field in anticipation of a possible fake.
Wow. Dallin Levitt, personal protector, got the snap and then ran straight ahead into a wall. So it's 1st and 10 for the Miami Dolphins at the 20 going in. Raheem Mostert is a single back and a pistol behind Tua Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill in motion, left to right, and then comes back in motion behind the formation to the right. Hand off Mostert. Stutter steps going to the left corner. At the 20, cuts up at the numbers, and then wrapped up by 3 or 4 Packers. There's a penalty flag in at the end of the play. Quay Walker in on the tackle for Green Bay. We'll check the flag.
The holding against the Miami Dolphins here.
Holding. Offense number 68. A 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Well, that's the 10th penalty of the year for right guard Robert Hunt, the most penalized player for the Dolphins.
Normally, when you're guilty of that holding call, you're out of position. So he grabs Quay Walker from behind. It's a flagrant call. But normally, when offensive linemen are guilty of holds like that, and as many as he is, his hands and his feet aren't moving together.
The 4th holding call of the day for the Dolphins, and it's 1st down and 17 from their own 30. Moving left to right, and it's 17-10, Miami with the lead. Back to throw Tua. Left-hander throws to the left side, caught, and it's Jalen Waddle trying to break through a tackle. He's near the 20-yard line where he's upended on the left hash marks. Inside the 20, Adrian Amos made the tackle. It's a gain of 11 and 2nd down and 8.
JP, I haven't seen Tua live in quite a while, since really the pandemic year when he took over for Fitzpatrick, and He is so impressive. I mean, his snap release, the feet are always set when he makes the throw. And remember, Tyreek Hill came out this offseason and said he's more accurate than Patrick Mahomes. And I just saw Mahomes yesterday. I'm telling you, Tua's putting on a show.
4 receivers. Single running back is Mostert. Tagovailoa in the gun. Has the belt high snap. The lefty back to throw. Stands in a clean pocket. Late pressure. Down he goes. He tried to roll left, but the Packers defensive front closed in on him. Jaron Reed, one of those there. It's a loss of 6 on a sack of Tua.
Well, Tua tried to step up, and Reed was there, and then Kenny Clark finished it. So the job by the defensive line right there sets up this 3rd and long. 3rd and 14 to be exact. So first sack of the day for either team.
Dolphins are 0 of 2 on 3rd down today. 17-10 the score. Miami over Green Bay. 7:30 moving clock, 2nd quarter. Jeff Wilson is in the game at running back for Miami. They're in the huddle with 5 seconds, and they just have to call timeout.
Mike McDaniel's walking down to the side judge to call the timeout.
He's about 7 yards onto the field as he called timeout from the near side.
Miami.
Timeout Dolphins. 7:21 to play in the 2nd quarter. We've seen some big plays. We've seen a long kickoff return. We've seen a line drive into the front line on an onside attempt. We've seen a fake punt that failed. There's been a lot going on in this game. And then on offense, the big plays for Miami.
Yep.
Another big throw from Aaron Rodgers as well. We've seen it all.
We've seen a lot of special team action, too.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS next when the Denver Broncos meet the Los Angeles Rams. Check your local listings for more details and catch the NFL on CBS.
You know, Mike McDaniel, from the very first game of the year against the New England Patriots, when he went forward on 4th and 9 in the 2nd quarter against the Patriots and converted, like he's always been aggressive. He's going to keep his foot on the pedal. He wants to continue to attack, and I think he's going to do it right here as well.
Dolphins are at the 24 going in, 3rd down and 14, leading by a touchdown. Tagovailoa works out of the gun. Jeff Wilson, the running back, off his left side, moves a man in motion right to left and then back to the right side. That's Sherfield. And the snap. Tua back to throw. Steps up, throws over the middle, has a man sliding. Catch at the 10-yard line. It is Trent Sherfield on one knee on the left hash mark, right at the 10-yard stripe. And it's 1st and goal.
JP, that throw was low and away from Amos. And Sherfield went down low to catch it. That's the only place you could put it, right in front of the free safety. It was a stick throw with anticipation. And he did a good job of squeezing it into his body for that 1st down. That's a dangerous throw in the middle of the field, but Mike McDaniel just trusts Tua to be able to make that throw.
Jeff Wilson lined up behind Tagovailoa. 1st and goal at the 9 for the Dolphins, leading by 7. They got the ball in this possession on a fake punt, failed. It's a handoff straight ahead into the front line, bouncing to the left and nowhere to go for Jeff Wilson, the 5th-year running back out of North Texas. Jaron Reed in on the tackle again for Green Bay. 6:20 to play, moving clock in the 2nd quarter. Dolphins 17, Packers 10.
Well, one thing about Mike McDaniel, the plays can change week to week depending on the opponent. He's always got new ideas. He's the ultimate nerd. He loves to sit in the film room and kind of just draw up plays, and this is the area of the field where sometimes you can see a play that you haven't seen all year, and he'll pull it out in this situation.
Waddle is in the backfield off the right hip of Tua Tagovailoa. 4 on the play clock, 3, 2, and he has the number high snap. The lefty back to throw, looks left, looks middle, looks right, pressure closing in, and down goes Tua. The ball came out. The Dolphins recover it back at the 18-yard line. That was a loose football. Preston Smith knocked it loose for Green Bay, and the Dolphins recover it for a loss of 10.
Well, Preston Smith not only looked like he was going to get the sack, he also forced the fumble. And Robert Hunt, who just was guilty of a holding call, got on the ball quickly.
They did not call in the grasp there.
It's kind of unusual. Normally they try to protect the quarterback, especially, Tua with the concussion issue that he had this year against Cincinnati.
He was still trying to go forward as he was spun up, didn't need it, and hit the ground. The ball came out. It's now 3rd down and goal at the 18 for the Dolphins. Tua has the ball, quick throw left side. This is Raheem Mostert looking for a block on a screen left side. Nowhere to go with it on the left numbers up to around the 16-yard line. Meaning Barry made the tackle for Green Bay, and the field goal team is on for Miami.
That's just a safe play to get some of those yards back that they lost on the fumble. So put the field goal team out there right here. Put Sanders out there. They're in good shape right here for this kick.
Sanders made a 46-yarder earlier today, and he's now 21 of 22 this season under 50 yards. This from 34, just on the left hash mark. Snap from Blake Ferguson is good. The hold from Morstead. The kick is away, and it is right down the middle. And good for the Miami Dolphins. 4:18 to play in the second quarter. Miami adds to the lead now. It's Dolphins 20, Packers 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message from Sarah.
Hi, Jake from State Farm. I eat hard-boiled eggs, like shell and all. Crunch is exquisite.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
NFL Plus is here, which means no matter where you are, this is how you football. You can stream live, local, and primetime regular season games on your phone or tablet. 45-minute game replays with NFL Plus Premium and more. This is the NFL for every fan. This is football freedom. This is your game on the go. Wherever you are, this is how you football. Go to plus.nfl.com and sign up today. Terms and conditions apply.
Every Westwood 1 NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free. From now until Super Bowl 57 in February, you can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood 1 Sports. Dolphins with a couple of injury updates. Dean Lowry, defensive lineman with a calf injury. He's questionable to return. Josh Nijman, tackle with a shoulder issue, questionable to return as well. So it's a 10-point game. Miami with the lead, 20-10. 4:18 to play until halftime. We'll see what the Packers can cook up here. Romeo Doubs is deep to return for Green Bay. And the long approach and the swing of the right leg. The end-over-end boot is deep, and it's brought in at the D and Dolphins, and he's coming out with it. Here is Dobbs around the right side, wrapped up before the 15-yard line, trying to go to the right corner. Nowhere to go at all for Romeo Doubs.
Well, that's a kind of a critical decision. I mean, if you just fair catch it in the end zone, you get it at the 25. Instead, they start around the 15. You can bring it 5 yards from 5 yards deep in the end zone out. You better be sure you're going to get it to 25. It really changes the playbook, JP, what you're going to do offensively when you're really pinned down around the 15.
Aaron Rodgers, 8 of 14 today, 85 yards with a touchdown pass. That was a fourth down and short to Mercedes Lewis. Aaron Jones is in the game at running back, single back behind Rodgers under center. Moving right to left, Packers down by 10. 4:13 to play until halftime. The snap, back to throw. Rodgers steps up in the pocket, pressure from behind, and he's wrapped up and sacked at the 10-yard line. Christian Wilkins was in on the play.
Well, we just mentioned that Josh Nijman, the right tackle, is out. And so they got a new right tackle in there, and he got beat. And Aaron Rodgers was going play action. In fact, he didn't get the snap real well from Josh Myers. And so that started Wilkins chasing him and pushing him up in the pocket. It started with the snap, which was bobbled from the beginning.
The Rams defense last week sacked Rodgers 5 times and hit him 9 times total in the game. And now it's 2nd down and 13. Out of the gun, Rodgers back to throw from his own goal line. Steps up, throws deep down the right side, has a man with a step. It's no, it's dropped. It hit the defender in the hands. Oh my goodness, Xavier Howard had it in his hands as the ball was thrown to the right sideline. It was intended for Alan Lazard, and Xavier Howard nearly picked it off from Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Xavier Howard doesn't drop those balls. I mean, that's rare. He's got great hands. He's in zone coverage. He plays with his butt to the sideline. He played the ball perfectly. Aaron Rodgers left it short to Lazard. He can't believe it. He just dropped it.
I mean, he stared at it the whole time from his hand all the way to his hand.
I've seen him make that play so many times in his young career.
3rd down and 13 for Green Bay. 3 on the play clock. Rodgers steps back in the gun. Claps, stomps, has the ball at 0. Back to throw. Throws over the middle. It is caught on a crosser right to left. Is Christian Watson outside the left numbers, and he's upended. Just shy of the 20-yard line by Jerome Baker for the Miami defense. A gain of 5, and the punt team on again for Green Bay.
So one of the things you have to really look at here is the protection of Aaron Rodgers. Royce Newman is the new right tackle for Josh Nijman. And, he got beat by Christian Wilkins, and that led to a sack. Like, the protection is going to be key here, especially if the Packers have to start throwing it more than they want to.
Man coming on late for the Dolphins coverage team. Cedric Wilson back to return. They will punt this one away. A high end-over-end boot underneath it. Cedric Wilson calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 36-yard line. That's where the Miami Dolphins will begin with a 10-point lead. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports, and you'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa.
Illegal formation. Kicking team number 45. That 5-yard penalty will be out at the end of the play. 1st down.
All right, a couple things here, JP. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter, I mean, if you just compare the quarterbacks, Tua is outplaying Aaron Rodgers by a country mile right now. This part of the game is so critical. I mean, Miami's going to do everything they can to get points before the half and not allow Aaron Rodgers to get the ball back. I mean, that's the goal right here. Score, whether it's field goal or touchdown, and not let Aaron Rodgers get the ball and go in with a 2-score lead.
1 timeout left for Miami. The Packers have 2 remaining with 2:40 to play in the second quarter. Miami 20, Green Bay 10. 1st and 10 Dolphins from their own 41, moving left to right. Tagovailoa works out of the pistol with Mostert behind him. Man in motion right to left. The snap. Tua pulls it out of his running back's hip and then stands back to throw and then tosses it to the right side. Dumps it down to Durham Smythe over the right numbers across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Just found a safety valve to the right. He was looking left and middle. Smythe was the only man open, and Preston Smith made the tackle.
You're so right, JP. That's exactly what he was. And what I like for a quarterback is when they take everything away from you, do you still have another answer to the test? And he had Durham Smythe to his right. He dumped it off to him. They got a solid gain on 1st down because of it.
8 yards, in fact. It's 2nd down and 2 at the 49 of Miami under center Tua. Barking signals. Hands under his center and a whistle.
2-minute warning.
Here we go. 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning. Timeout.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. Sponsored by Rocket Mortgage. Buying or selling a home? Rocket can help you save with custom solutions. Reach out today. NMLS 3030. Miami 20, Green Bay 10. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. For example, if you lock a 7% rate today, you'll only pay 6% for a year. That means more road trips, more spa days, more family fun, every month for a year. And your rate is secured for 30 years. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. More upgrades, more of what you love, more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to start saving. Don't miss out. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started. That's inflationbuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, covered rate, like date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit inflationbuster.com or call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve. Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
With a peppermint frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you could speed through. So check your watch. Is it frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your frosty, kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These peppermint frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Later on, we'll select the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's, with a peppermint frosty. Time to enjoy yourself this holiday is built in. They're so rich and creamy. They're basically made for relaxing. So when it's frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. That might be on the right out of here today. And a reminder to stay tuned for the halftime report with John Stashauer. John will preview games 2 and 3 of our Christmas triple header. That's coming up in 2 minutes of game time. Raheem Mostert in the game at running back. Tua Tagovailoa under center. 2nd down and 2, and it's a handoff. Mostert stuttering in the backfield, running to the right side, wrapped up. The ball's out. It's loose. It's picked up by Green Bay and being returned back to the 40-yard line. Jaron Reed recovered the fumble, returned it, and the Packers get a takeaway at the 2-minute warning. Now 1:51 to play, and they're in Dolphins territory.
Oh, that's a great play. Great play, stripping Raheem Mostert on that play. And to get the ball back to the offense like this with 1:51 to go, that's a critical play. Packers sure could have used that, and they got it.
He stripped it and recovered it.
Yeah.
Right place, right time when it fell out to fall on the football. And they'll actually move the ball back.
Yeah, he was down.
To the 49.
When he recovered it, he was down. But they still get the ball on the other side. Aaron Rodgers knows this is a great opportunity here for this offense.
My gosh. This game's had it all already. We're not even at halftime. Big plays, special teams.
Recovered by the defense. 1st down, Green Bay. Clock operator, please reset to 1 minute and 55 seconds. 1:55.
So that whole thing took 5 seconds off the game clock. 1:55 to go, and 2 timeouts for Aaron Rodgers to work.
What a swing and a play by Jaron Reed right there. I mean, Mostert cannot go into that hole like that and give up the ball. Credit Reed.
And remember, the Packers get the ball after halftime, too, so they could swing this whole game with a score here and a score to open the second half. Aaron Rodgers works out of the gun, running back on each side of him. They'll move a man in motion to the right out of the backfield. 3 receivers in the formation. A.J. Dillon, the running back, gets the throw left side. It's incomplete, out of the reach of Dillon between the numbers and the left sideline. Jerome Baker in on coverage. 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 49-yard line.
And Aaron Rodgers just isn't sharp today. I mean, that was a quick dart to the outside, a little flat route where he could get out of bounds and stop the clock, and it was nowhere near the receiver. He's missed on quite a few today.
Second down and 10 for Green Bay, down by 10 with 1:53 to go until halftime. Rodgers barks for the signal, pauses again, and then has the number. High snap, quick throw right side, caught by Christian Watson outside the right numbers, turning upfield on the right sideline, pushed out of bounds at the Dolphins' 40-yard line. Javon Holland pushed him out after a gain of 9 yards, 1:47 to go.
Watson's got some good explosiveness to him. He got a good block that time from Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard to be able to turn the corner. But you can see, like, that guy's got an explosive step. He can get to top speed in a hurry.
3rd down and 1 at the Dolphins' 40. 1:47 remaining. The Packers have 2 timeouts. Late substitutions for the Dolphins defense. Dillon is the single back. Rodgers Moseys up to the center and then puts his hands underneath. Moves a man in motion from right to left, and he has the snap, and he turns and hands it off. Hit in the backfield and dropped right there at the 40-yard line. No gain for A.J. Dillon. Zach Sealer was in with penetration. The fifth-year man out of Ferris State made the play. It's 4th down.
Penetration kills that play. I mean, and on A.J. Dillon, you got to go low. You got to get his legs because he's so strong and powerful. That's a great play. Getting inside. In fact, there was a blocking assignment, I think, by Mercedes Lewis, where he came right between the tight ends to make that play.
12 on the play clock. It's 4th and 1. The Packers going for it. 1:10 to go. Moving clock, second quarter. 4th and 1 at the Dolphins 40. High formation. Rodgers is under center. Man in motion right to left. He turns and hands it off to the... No, it's a play fake. Throwing to the right side. It's caught at the 30-yard line. Dropped on the right numbers. Christian Watson. Aaron Rodgers faked out everybody. They get the completion in the first down and a timeout. First down, Green Bay on a 4th and 1 conversion.
Timeout. Green Bay. The second of the half. It'll be 30 seconds in length. Clock operator, please reset to 55 seconds. 5 seconds.
All right, 55 seconds to go. Green Bay down by 10. Fresh set of downs and one timeout left.
Well, it was great mechanics by Aaron Rodgers to hide the ball. I mean, everybody was fooled, including the Fox cameras, on who had the ball. And once he got Watson coming across the field on a drag route, he put it on his back shoulder away from the defender. That's a good throw by Aaron Rodgers, but it started with his mechanics and the play-action fake.
Green Bay now 2 of 4 on 4th downs today. This gets him a fresh set at the 30. Going in, trailing by 10. 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Packers with one timeout remaining.
It's kind of like what a lot of teams call the green zone, where you kind of take your shot to the end zone from the 30 rather than getting inside the red zone.
3 receivers, 2 on the left. They'll move A.J. Dillon in motion out to the left side. Quick slant, left side, tipped in the air, and it falls to the grass. Incomplete, intended for Randall Cobb. And it's second down and 10, Green Bay, 52 seconds remaining.
Well, Cater Cahoon was right on it that time. They tried to squeeze it into Cobb, but Cahoon right there was in perfect position. Upfield shoulder, looking through his man to Rodgers, seeing the flight of the ball and played it perfectly.
Dillon still in the game at running back for Green Bay. Lazard will move out to the far right. 2 receivers on the left side wide. Rodgers works out of the gun. A.J. Dillon, the running back, off his right side. Single tight end just off the right tackle. Rodgers has the ball number high. Back to throw. Throws to the right side. Tipped at the line. Knocked down. Swatted away.
Christian Wilkins. We talked about him, and he got his hands right up in the passing lane. It's so irritating to quarterbacks when they get the ball batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Quick to the line. Dolphins late getting off. Rodgers has the ball. They whistle it dead. Aaron Rodgers was trying to launch one downfield. The Dolphins were late getting personnel on and off the field, so Rodgers and the Packers.
Timeout.
Well, that's
Miami. Their third and final of the half.
That saved Miami there, of course. Calling the timeout, Rodgers, everything. So timeout before the play.
Well, the thing is, JP, Aaron Rodgers is a master at that. He sees defenders going off the field. It's an automatic quick snap, and he got it. Yet, for some reason, it was blown dead. And Aaron Rodgers, he can't believe it, because he does this better than anybody in the league. Gets a free play, 5 yards, and he didn't get it. I guess they got the timeout from Miami, from McDaniel. He called it.
I don't know how they saw the timeout call with all the guys running off in front of him.
Well, they're
off and on.
I'm watching it right now.
He's smiling and laughing. Mike McDaniel over there. Yeah, we got it. We got that timeout. Here are the Packers at 3rd down and 10 at the 30. Down by 10. 48 seconds left until halftime. Rodgers empties the backfield with Dillon out to the far right in the formation. Rodgers makes another hand signal, looking left, and then has a belt-high snap. Quick thrown right side. It's caught. Turning upfield, Romeo Dobbs up the right numbers, and he's upended inside the 30, down to the 28. 43 seconds to play. Eric Rowe made the tackle. Timeout. No, clock moving, rather. 35 seconds now.
Well, they want to run as much time off the clock and give Tua as little time as possible right now. So that's what this is all about.
Yeah, clock down at 25. They're going to let it go. Miami out of timeouts. Green Bay has 1 remaining.
Yeah, they're going to stop it with about 5 or 6 seconds left.
5 on the play clock, 11 or so on the game clock, 3, 2, and 1 on the play clock, and a timeout with 7 seconds remaining for Green Bay.
Timeout. Green Bay, their third and final of the half. 30 seconds.
Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scenes photos, and more. It's all just a click of the follow button away. That's Westwood One Sports on Twitter. All right, so Mason Crosby today made from 36. 17 of 18 now this season from under 50. And this one is 46 yards from the right hash mark. Crosby measures it out. Veteran playing his 256th consecutive game for Green Bay. It's a franchise record. The snap and the spot are good. The line drive kick clears the line, and this one is good. The Packers get points before halftime. 2 seconds remaining until the break. The new score, Dolphins 20, Packers 13. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America. Close Shave Barbasol. All right, so the Packers get on the board with points. Obviously, Green Bay gets the ball before halftime, or right out of halftime, so a chance to double up and bring this game back. It was a 10-point game. Miami was in control.
They were until Jerron Reed stripped Raheem Mostert. So they got a field goal off the forced fumble and fumble recovery by Reed. And that's like huge right now for Green Bay because it's just a one-score game.
Well, the Packers will kick it away to Miami on what should be the final play, most likely, if it's in play, of the first half. Raheem Mostert back to return for Miami. Hands on his hips, standing at the 5-yard line to our left. Mason Crosby with a long approach, and he just squibs one straight ahead. It's brought in at the 30, up to the 35, down on one knee to the 37, and the clock runs out. We have reached triple zeros at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida, and it is halftime on Christmas Day. This game's had a lot already.
It sure has. And really right now, Tua has outplayed Aaron Rodgers, and that's the difference in the game, the big explosive plays that the Dolphins have gotten.
At the end of the first half, the score is Miami 20, Green Bay 13. When we return, John Stashower rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. Protect the stuff you love with Renter's Insurance. Visit Progressive.com today. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Find the latest and greatest audio entertainment on Audible. It's got everything you want to hear, including The Rich Eisen Show. Along with podcasts, you'll also find audiobooks and exclusive originals. We're talking comedy, sports stories, deep dives with athletes and entertainers, business, and anything else you're into. With Audible, you get access to thousands of included titles with more added every week. Listen on the road, at the gym, or anywhere you want to fuel up your imagination. Join and get 30 days free at the home of storytelling, audible.com.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Halftime in Miami on Christmas Day. Dolphins leading the Packers 20-13. John Stashower in our Westwood One studios. Let's go around the league a little bit with Ian Rappaport, the insider from the NFL Network. Ian, happy holidays.
Get daily football news on the players and teams that matter to you on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Interesting, because had the Philadelphia Eagles won, then no way would we have seen Jalen Hurts this week. And, you know, maybe week 18 just to get loose and knock off some rust, but maybe not. Now that the Eagles lost, there really is a lot to play for. Still need to get a number one seed, still need to get a bye, still need to win. Jalen Hurts dealing with a relatively minor SC joint sprain, a sternoclavicular injury. He wants to play. Expect him to push to play. He's considered day-to-day, but I think there's a real chance you see him this week against the Saints.
All right, let's go to Lamar Jackson. Baltimore in the playoffs. Still a chance to catch Cincinnati in that division. Is Lamar Jackson ready to return?
Still a chance, maybe a little bit of an outside chance to catch Cincinnati. They got to play better. They know it. They talked about it yesterday. But the status of Lamar Jackson, from my understanding, does hinge a little bit on what is at stake. They don't need to make the playoffs. It could win the division, but a bit of a long shot. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Lamar this week going forward. We'll see what happens. I know they're going to put him on the field early in the week to see if he can do football moves, see if he can react, see how healthy that knee is. But the only thing that matters now for the Ravens is being ready for the playoffs. So that will definitely be considered when you talk about the return of their star quarterback.
All right, let's talk about another quarterback who I guess could be returning. I think, Ian, a lot of people would look at this as a little bit of a surprise because Washington seemed to be committed to Taylor Heineke, and, you know, they lose yesterday, but they are, as of now, a playoff team. And what? Now we're hearing maybe Carson Wentz makes his return?
Carson Wentz finished the game for the Commanders, looked pretty good. And, you know, Taylor Heineke is awesome, a great story. You know, definitely someone who kept the Commanders alive this year, but probably some limitations at quarterback. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Carson Wentz out there for the Commanders just based on his command of the offense, how he looked, and just their desire to get him out there with this offense, these young players. They want to win this year. They also have decisions to make for next year. It accomplishes all purposes to have Wentz out there. We'll get a decision early in the week, but that feels to me like the way it's leaning for the Commanders.
All right, Carson Wentz, once the second overall pick of the draft. So let me ask you about Zach Wilson.
Oof.
Man, yeah, bad to worse. I mean, you think we've seen the last of him in a Jets uniform?
Unbelievably, I don't know that we've seen the last of Zach Wilson. They're going to get scans on Mike White, who would definitely be their starting quarterback if he was cleared to play, if he was cleared for contact after missing 2 games. That is the Jets' hope. However, it's not clear that he's going to be actually cleared. And if he's not, my understanding is Zach Wilson's going to get another start. It looked bad the other night. It was raining. It was awful. He got booed like crazy. But still, he is considered to be their best option. So if Mike White can't go, could be Zach Wilson again in a must-win game for the Jets.
And their last 2 games are at least on the road, so he won't have to worry about getting booed. But let me ask you about the other New York quarterback, Ian, because I know the Giants lost yesterday, but Daniel Jones, you know, did some awfully good things out there. Is he playing himself into a very nice salary for next year, either as with a new contract or maybe with the franchise tag with the Giants?
You know, they have an interesting situation contract-wise because they have Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones both up. One could get the franchise tag, the other could get a new deal. A lot in flux there, but I would say this Giants organization really likes what they've seen. He has been a saving grace for them. There's not a ton of talent there at the skill positions, and he has managed this team and led to some wins, and it has been really impressive. So I do believe that he's going to give the team a lot to think about. If the price is right, I wouldn't be surprised if he's back at a nice deal and give them the opportunity to win some games and evaluate him going forward.
A lot of Christmas Day quarterback talk with Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network. Ian, thanks so much. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for having me, man. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
And once again, we're at the half in Miami with the Dolphins leading the Packers. A lot of big, exciting plays in that first half. Dolphins lead at 20-13. We've got 2 more games after this one. A little preview coming up next. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
NFL fans, right now on the SXM app, hear in-depth coverage of your team with the Believe Podcast Network on SiriusXM. It's all the analysis, all the breakdowns that matter to you. Hosted by the players who played for your team and the fans who eat, sleep, and breathe it. 32 diehard fan bases, 32 podcasts. The Believe Podcast Network on SiriusXM. BLEAV. Search Believe in, followed by your team on the SXM app, Pandora, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart, and guess what? I've got my own channel on Sirius XM, Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio, channel 96. We play the best stand-up comedy from some of my favorite comedians, and I got my own show. It's called Straight From the Heart, and I host it with a bunch of unattractive friends of mine. They call the Plastic Cup Boys. Every Tuesday and Thursday, real, raw, authentic conversation. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Laugh Out Loud Radio right here on Sirius XM, channel 96. Don't miss it.
Start off your morning right with the best coverage of the Conference of Champions on Pac-12 This Morning.
This conference is going to be loaded at quarterback next year. Get the Heisman Trophy winner in the conference. Michael Penix led the FBS in passing. Bo Nix had a fantastic year. I mean, this conference is uniquely positioned next year to be, without a doubt, the best in the Power 5 as far as quarterback play goes.
Don't miss Pac-12 This Morning. Weekdays starting at 8 a.m. Pacific on Sirius XM Channel 373 and on the SXM app.
Hi, everybody. Christopher Mad Dog Russo here. Familiar? You should be. Well, now you can catch Mad Dog's Daily Bite each day as a podcast, where you'll hear my thoughts and opinions on the biggest topics around the world of sports. NFL, baseball, golf, NBA, even the hockey. That you know you can count on. That's Mad Dog's Daily Bite. Drops daily anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can also hear me weekdays 3 to 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Unleashed, Sirius XM Channel 82, or anytime on the SXM app.
Turns, play fake, left-handed quarterback throws over the middle, has a man caught. 25-30, right side numbers, 35-40 down the sideline, 50. One man to beat, cuts inside 40. He's got a block at the 30, at the 20. It's Jalen Waddle all the way for a touchdown. Miami. It's 84 yards for Jalen Waddle, the catch and run. The explosive Dolphins offense is into the end zone with an unbelievable burst from Waddle.
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins have had a lot of long, big plays this season. That was their longest play of the season. They also had a 52-yard Tua pass to Tyreek Hill to set up another touchdown. They're at the half in Miami with the Dolphins leading the Packers 20-13. Welcome back to our Christmas NFL triple header on Westwood One for the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm John Stashauer. Progressive Insurance gives you protection on the phone, online, or on the app 24/7 because things happen 24/7. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Game 2 of our triple header, Broncos and Rams from L.A., both teams 4-10, 4:15 Eastern here on Westwood One. The Broncos come off a win, their first since October. That was without Russell Wilson. He missed last week's game. He's going to return this one, but he's lost his last 5. Rams have lost 7 of 8. The one win was that Baker Mayfield dramatic comeback win over Las Vegas, but 10 losses for the Rams. If they lose today, that's the most losses ever by a defending Super Bowl champ. Then tonight, it's Tampa Bay at Arizona, 8 Eastern on Westwood One, with Tom Brady having a season he's not accustomed to, under 500.
We wish we won every game. I certainly do, but we haven't earned it. So if you don't earn it, then what do you expect? And we got to try to go earn it this week. Some challenges just with Christmas and all that, but, we got to put them aside and go try to win a game. Our whole season's ahead of us. We've all worked hard to get to this point. And, try to figure out how to get a win would be really important. I'm sure it would feel really good, but again, we got to go out there and we got to earn it because, this team's certainly not going to, just give it to us.
Well, an interesting quarterback matchup tonight with Tom Brady making his 331st start and Trace McSorley his first. The third stringer goes for the Cardinals, who come in 4-10, just 1-7 on the road. The Bucs are just 6-8, but yes, in first place in that NFC South, although New Orleans and Carolina won yesterday, and they are 6-9. So if the Bucs lose, we got a 3-way tie going to the next to last week of the regular season. Our score again at the half, Miami leading Green Bay 20-13. Coming up, we'll go back to rejoin J.P. Shadrick and Brian Baldick. I'm John Stashauer, listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Welcome back to Miami. Halftime score, Dolphins 20, Packers 13. The Packers all but eliminated with a loss today. Miami comfortably now in the 7 seed in the AFC playoff race at the moment with 2 weeks to go. The Packers need to win out and have some help to make the postseason, and they're trailing by 7 at the halftime break. Let's check the halftime stats sponsored by Indeed. We get it. A single hire can make or break everything. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Total yardage in favor of Miami, 271 to 130. Neither team's been good on third down. They're a combined 2 of 12. One conversion for each side.
Yeah.
Rushing yardage, not much there. 58 for Miami, 32 for Green Bay. Passing net 213 to 98 in favor of the Dolphins. Tua is 9 of 12, 229 through the air with a touchdown, 144.4 rating. Aaron Rodgers off the mark, 12 of 22, 114 yards, 1 touchdown, an 84.3 rating, and 1 swat of a camera on his way to the tunnel at halftime.
Well, I think the key here for Green Bay is that you're going to get the ball to start here the third quarter. And they're 1 of 8 on third down. So what's happened is they can't sustain offense. And so their running backs, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, only have 5 total carries in the game so far. So they've got to stay on the field. That's one. And then I think Miami, look, they're running the ball pretty well. They got to stay with it. They've made some mistakes. They should have more points. They had a fumble there in the last 2 minutes of the first half where they were going for points. So it's wide open. It's anybody's game. The playoffs are right in the view for both these. They had a fumble there in the last 2 minutes of the first half where they were going for points. So it's wide open. It's anybody's game. The playoffs are right in the view for both these teams, but you got to win these last 30 minutes to do it.
Those are the keys to the second half, and the Dolphins will kick it away from right to left to the Green Bay Packers. Romeo Doubs back to return for Green Bay. The Packers in their road whites with gold pants, the gold helmets, of course. Miami in their aqua jerseys, white pants, white helmets on a 48-degree day in South Florida.
Say that again?
48 degrees. It's long sleeve weather here. It's long approach, and the end-over-end kickoff is away. Doubs is underneath it at the 2, brings it in right hash mark to the 10, up to the 15, stutters up to the 20, spinning out of a tackle across the 20, on the right side numbers, and up to the 22. A 20-yard return for Green Bay to begin the second half, and Aaron Rodgers. Frustration showing before halftime. Never in his career as a starter has he been shut out of a 300-yard game in a single season. He has not thrown one this year.
He's had trouble getting the deep ball. He's got one today down the field to Lazard. But other than that, the deep ball has been almost non-existent this year. That's how you get to 300 yards.
Josiah DeGuara is lined up as a fullback, and Aaron Jones dots the I. Rodgers under center, has the snap, tosses left side for Jones, looking for the corner, cuts up behind the left tackle, and he's up to the left numbers at the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. And the tackle from Christian Wilkins headed towards the sideline.
Well, their big game this year was their comeback win against the Dallas Cowboys. They were down 14, and Aaron Rodgers, they ran the ball for 220 yards that day, and I thought that was going to be the formula. But then they also got the 3 touchdown passes to Christian Watson. That was his breakout game, and I still feel like they've got to get the ball to Watson here, even though his hip is questionable, so I don't know if we're going to see him here in this third quarter.
2 receivers right. Rodgers has the ball thrown to the right side, caught by Alan Lazard, spun around twice, and then pinwheeled out of bounds on the near side by Kader Kovu. And a minimal gain there. It'll be 3rd down and 4 after a gain of 3 for Alan Lazard. A quick flip to the right side from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers today on 3rd down have not been very good at all. 1 of 8.
Here we go. This is the big down for him. One guy that's been non-existent today is Robert Tonyan. They're starting tight end. He's lined up to the right next to Royce Newman, the new right tackle right now.
Aaron Jones limped off the field, so A.J. Dillon in the game at running back off the left side of Rodgers. 3rd down and 4. Stomps his right foot, has the ball, hands it off to Dillon right side, pushing the pile ahead across the 30, and close.
It is close.
It's real close. Bradley Chubb back in the game off a hand issue earlier, and this will be 4th down. He's short. 4th and 1 for Green Bay, and they're going to go for it. The offense is out there. This is from their own 31-yard line on the opening drive of the third quarter, down by 7, 20-13 Miami. Single back is A.J. Dillon. Rodgers is under center. Miami crowding the line of scrimmage defensively. Rodgers takes the snap and then just plunges straight ahead. He should have it. He got a good surge, and it should be a first down.
He ran right behind Elton Jenkins, the left guard, and that was pretty determined quarterback sneak by Aaron Rodgers. That's a gutsy call right there. I think it was his call on 4th and 1 to stay on the field. That's just where they're at right now offensively. They just got to stay on the field and get into their playbook against the Dolphins.
They give it to him. 1st and 10, Green Bay from their own 33. 12:35, moving clock, third quarter. Dolphins 20, Packers 13. 2 tight ends off the left tackle. Rodgers under center, moves a man in motion right to left. That's Alan Lazard. Single back, gets the toss to the left side. This is A.J. Dillon looking for the corner. Cuts upfield to the 40. Chopped down at the 43-yard line by Javon Holland, but a nice gain there for A.J. Dillon, who had the toss, ran left, found green grass, and got some yardage.
He got into the alley, and Javon Holland, who's a great young free safety, dumped him right there. Otherwise, he'd still be on the moving sidewalk, still going. It was a good, well-blocked play. Robert Tonyan was at the point of attack. One of the better runs they've had today.
That was an 11-yard gain. Aaron Rodgers is Green Bay's leading rusher. 3 carries for 21 yards. That tells the tale. Rodgers works out of the pistol. He shifts the formation. A tight end off each tackle. Tight splits for the 2 receivers on the right. Moves one of those in motion right to left. He's under center, has a snap. Play fake, rolling to the right, pressure in his face. Throws to the right side. It's caught by the tight end, DeGuara, outside the right numbers, and then pushed out of bounds by Jalen Phillips on the right sideline. It's a 4-yard gain for Green Bay. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Andrew Van Ginkel, the outside linebacker, was a coming too, chasing Aaron Rodgers. He knew it. He didn't even have to check his rearview mirror. He could feel it. He got the ball out to DeGuara on a pretty good little boot action to the outside.
Officially 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4. The ball at the 48-yard line of Green Bay, moving left to right. 20-13 the score. Miami with the lead. Rodgers out of the gun. Moves a man in motion from left to the left tackle, then a handoff around the left side. Tripped up in the backfield. I think the turf monster got him again that time before he got to the left numbers. This was A.J. Dillon. Zach Sealer was the closest to him. It's a loss of 3 when Sealer touched him down.
Well, Jenkins was pulling, and he just, nothing more than the turf monster. He knows it too. I mean, the grass is in perfect condition, so it's just got his foot down there, showing up. The shot of Christian Watson. He has not entered the game here in the second half.
They haven't played here in 3 weeks, and the Orange Bowl is next week. Here's Rodgers working out of the gun. 3 receivers right, single man left. It is 3rd down and 9 from the 45, and the number high snap. Rodgers back in the pocket, pressure from his back, steps up, throws left side, open man caught outside the numbers 50. Running left side, it's Patrick Taylor, the running back, up the field, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. The Packers move the sticks again. This is a 3rd and 9 conversion of 17 yards to the second-year running back, Patrick Taylor.
And the key was the protection. Aaron Rodgers had a lot of time here on this particular. Patrick Taylor is just helping the chip on the defensive end, and then he leaked out late, and Miami had nobody on him.
Taylor's been on and off the practice squad all year, a special teams contributor.
Well, he's out there because we saw Aaron Jones limp off the field. So next man up.
It's his first reception of the season, and he's still in there. Rodgers works out of the gun. 2 receivers on the wide side right. Ball on the left hash mark, and the snapper Rodgers. Back to throw, looks right, pressure in his face, rolls left, throws on the run, has a man deep down the left side, and it's caught inside the 10 and brought down near the 5-yard line. It's Robert Tonyan this time. The tight end makes the play down the field. No, it's Mercedes Lewis instead.
Yeah, well,
31 yards.
He runs the wheel route on the outside. Tonyan was running the seam, and Mercedes Lewis was running the wheel route. I didn't know Mercedes Lewis still had that kind of speed in his 17th year.
Me either, apparently. Mercedes with his 2nd catch of the day.
I'll tell you that Patrick Taylor had the key block on that play on a blitz on the inside by Roberts, and it was a perfect blitz pickup.
1st and goal at the 7. A.J. Dillon, the running back, takes the handoff, cuts up the middle, breaking out of a tackle, pushing the pile near the goal line. Let's see. He's short. He's down at the 1-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers holding up his hand like it's 8 inches. 8 inches away right here. Here comes a bunch of tight ends. Little power action here, heavy set. Dolphins match it with a bunch of defensive linemen. Could be just power football right up the gut here. My guess is they just give it back to A.J. Dillon.
2nd and goal at the 1 for Green Bay. With the ball, down 7, 8:07 to play, moving clock, 3rd quarter. 3 tight ends in the game. 2 off the left tackle, 1 just off the right tackle, an I formation, and the snap. It's a handoff left side looking for a hole, spinning near the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra point would tie the game. A.J. Dillon in for the score for the Packers with 7:53 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's Miami 20, Green Bay 19.
So think about it here. They were down 20-10. They got the fumble recovery at the end of the 2nd quarter. They converted it into a field goal. They get the drive to start the 3rd quarter, go right down the field, and here we are. A chance to be 20-20. Excellent job running right behind Mercedes Lewis and DeGuara, the 2 tight ends.
Extra point attempt coming from Mason Crosby. The snap and the spot, and the kick clears the line, and it is right down the middle. And we are tied at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. 7:53 to play in the 3rd quarter. The new score, Green Bay 20, Miami 20. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Bring on the merry and bring on the bright. With holiday channels exclusively in the SXM app. Acoustic Christmas has the sounds of the season unplugged.
We're walking in a winter wonderland.
70s, 80s holiday turns back the clock to Christmas past.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
For a classical Christmas, try Holiday Pops. Unwrap more than a dozen unique holiday channels now in the SXM app. Free with all trials and popular plans.
Marvel Entertainment and Sirius XM present Marvel's Wastelanders, an original scripted podcast series starring Dylan Baker as Dr. Doom.
Doom is alive.
Timothy Busfield as Star-Lord.
I like to massage my way into conversation.
And Stephen Lang as Hawkeye.
He lost his sight.
What?
Robert Patrick as Wolverine.
I want Red Skull.
And Susan Sarandon as Black Widow.
I'm in.
An apocalyptic alternate future of the Marvel Universe where the villains won.
Marvel's Wastelanders, available now on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
Pop. You know it's not the same as you were.
To hip-hop.
Billy. Watch on my wrist, but I want that.
Country. To rock.
She's a 90s supermodel.
Sirius XM channels like The Highway, Octane, Hip Hop Nation, and Hits One close out the year with countdowns dedicated to the top tracks of 2022.
It's about damn time.
Hear them all through the end of the year across Sirius XM and on the SXM app, included in all trials and popular plans.
SiriusXM is home to the best in podcasts, including I Am Athlete.
What up? Brandon Marshall here, host of the I Am Athlete podcast. Join Adam Pac-Man Jones, Shady McCoy, myself, and other special guests in Season 4 as we hold unscripted and unfiltered conversations with athletes and celebrities centered around sports, culture, music, fashion, and wellness.
I Am Athlete, available now on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
Know everyone can use a helping hand. Let Grainger help you with 24/7 customer service and supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click, or stop by Grainger today. Game on in Miami. 20-20 score between the Packers and the Dolphins. 7:53 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Packers got a field goal before halftime. They've now scored a touchdown in their opening possession of the 2nd half, and they go 7 minutes, 7 seconds down the field, 11 plays, 78 yards. They had 34 total yards on their previous 3 possessions.
And the key down was 4th and 1 at their own 31, and Aaron Rodgers went quarterback sneak and got it.
The Crosby kickoff away, end over end, and brought in by Raheem Mostert at the 5. Up the right numbers 10, 15, 20, into the wall at the 25-yard line. Dropped right there, Raheem Mostert.
So one of the things to keep in mind here, JP, is both these head coaches, Mike McDaniel, Miami, and Matt LaFleur, Green Bay, they're both the play callers. So they're kind of going back and forth right here, and we'll see what kind of adjustments Miami makes here to start the 3rd quarter in their first drive.
7:48 remaining, 3rd quarter, a 20-20 game, 1st and 10, Miami. Tua has been fantastic today, 9 of 12 passing for Tagovailoa, 229 yards, a touchdown. 144.4 rating. He works out of the gun, moves the running back Mostert back into the backfield with him. 2 receivers left. 10 on the play clock as he stands in the gun with his hands in the hand warmer in front of him. Has the number high snap, hands it off to Mostert, cuts up the field right in the middle of the Packers defense over the right hash mark and brought down around the 27 by Preston Smith.
Well, I don't know if this is a key if I was the Packers, but any offensive set where the Dolphins don't have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill on the field like they did it in the last play, I would think run.
Sherfield is out there. He's lined up to the right side. Hill on the left. And then moves in motion to the right. Single back is Mostert. The snap for Tagovailoa, and he hands it off. Over the left side, nothing there. Dropped, maybe a loss on the play. The ball was at the 28. They'll move it back a bit. 1 yard loss. 3rd down and 8 coming up for Miami.
That's 2 good stops by Green Bay's defense, which has been very suspect against the run this year, one of the worst in the league. But when you can force a 3rd and 8 here after 2 runs for Miami, you've done your job up front.
3rd down and 8 for the Dolphins. Miami today, 1 of 4 on 3rd down. 10 on the play clock. 6:30 moving clock, 3rd quarter. Tagovailoa with an empty backfield, has the helmet high snap, back to throw, pressure in his face, rolling left, backpedaling, throwing down the left sideline, caught 2 feet in, but pushed out of bounds short of the 1st down marker. Jalen Waddle made the catch, and it's 4th down Miami.
Well, Jair Alexander was the corner on the play, and he played it perfectly. He kept Waddle in front of him, and then he made the tackled the catch right there to keep him short of the 1st down. And
almost no man's land, and it looks like they, we'll see. Tua's still out there.
Yeah, I mean, they might try to go. They're in the same situation Green Bay was in the last series. They're 4th and a yard, deep in their own territory. And we'll see if they try to draw them off sides to get an easy 1st down, or if they're really going to do this.
It is 4th and 1 from their own 34. Everybody in tight for the Dolphins. The Packers in tight on the defensive line. Mostert, the single back, man in motion. Tua under center, has the snap, turns, hands it off, up the middle, has a crease, he's across the 40, spinning ahead, close to the 45-yard line. Raheem Mostert converts on 4th and 1, plus some.
Wow.
1st down Miami.
This is like aggressive play calling by both teams. Because if you don't get the yard, Green Bay and now Miami, I mean, you're going to give the ball up in really good field position. Excellent block by Terron Armstead. He flat-backed his defensive lineman, and Mostert hit it right behind him.
Mostert today with 7 carries, 44 yards for the Dolphins. Pistol look, Mostert behind Tagovailoa. 2 receivers on the right, single man left. The snap and the handoff. Mostert over the left side, hit and maybe a yard behind the left tackle. Hollins and Quay Walker in on the tackle together. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Clock is moving. 4:35 to play in the 3rd quarter in a 2020 game. The Packers and the Dolphins on Christmas Day. It has been a fantastic football game. Big plays, both sides, some special teams plays, good and bad.
Yeah, and it's getting heated out there right now. Terron Armstead is going at it with some Packers up front, just the way you would expect when it's this kind of tension leading up to a playoff position for either one of these teams.
Tua out of the gun, has a snap, play fake. The lefty back to throw, clean pocket, looks deep down the middle of the field. He has a man caught on the run of the 40 outside the numbers. It is Waddle, and he's twisted up into Packers territory on the right sideline near the 30-yard line. Another catch for Waddle. Rasul Douglas made the tackle, but the Fins move the sticks again. Another big play for Miami.
And that's off the play action where Tua actually turns his back to the defense and puts the ball into Mostert's belly and then pulls it, and the defense is really flummoxed. They really don't know where he's going. And all the while, Waddle is beating Rasul Douglas across the field.
They gave him 24 on the play, and Waddle with 4 catches, 127 yards today, and a touchdown.
Wow.
Twin receivers, or a single receiver each way. Tua under center, fakes the toss, back to throw. The lefty pressure, has to roll to the right, tries to pitch it forward, and nearly intercepted. It falls to the turf. Oh boy. Packers defense was there. Quay Walker was the closest in coverage. Tua, out of desperation, rolling right for a left-handed quarterback. That's not ideal, and he tried to just pitch it forward. Incomplete.
Well, those are the plays that get you in trouble. I mean, he just trying to save a sack right there. and he got outside the pocket, and he got it to Ingold. But, boy, Quay Walker was in position to intercept that ball.
2nd down and 10 for the Dolphins at the Packers' 32-yard line. 3:15, or make it 3:18 to go in the third quarter. A 20-20 score. Tagovailoa out of the gun, has the number high snap. Back to throw, looks left, has his running back Raheem Mostert outside the left numbers, across the 35 and near the left sideline. Jair Alexander made the tackle. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
What up, everybody? This is Brandon Marshall. Tune in to I Am Athlete tonight, weeknights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
At the 30-yard line for Miami in a 20-20 game. 2:45 to play, third quarter, clock moving. Jeff Wilson is the running back off the left hip of Tua Tagovailoa. Hands in the warmer on the front of his belt loop. And he looks to the right side, moves a man in motion. Tyreek Hill, he has the snap. Pressure in a space, rolling left. Tua pointing downfield and then just throws it into the dirt. Short of the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Well, the last 2 plays, the last 2 out of the 3 plays, he's basically saved the sack.
Intentional grounding, number 23 was in the area, 4th down.
By just dumping the ball and just saving field position, because he got chased really quickly that time by Justin Hollins coming off the edge.
All right, field goal team on. Jason Sanders has made from 46 and 34 today. This is a 48-yard try from the left hash mark, and the wind is swirling in this end of the stadium to our left. The snap is a little high. The placement is down. The kick is in the air. It's drifting right, and it's no good. He pushed it to the right from 48. The Dolphins are turned away without points with 2:25 to play in the third quarter. It's Green Bay 20, Miami 20, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
This season, for the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. Why is AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 2:25 remaining, third quarter. The Dolphins miss a field goal from 48 yards, and it's a 20-20 game at Hard Rock Stadium, and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are back on the field on offense. They just executed in their last possession an 11-play, 78-yard touchdown drive that lasted 7 minutes, 7 seconds.
I do see Aaron Jones on the sideline. I think he's maybe good to go as A.J. Dillon's in there right now.
He's the single back, Dillon. They'll move the tight end, DeGuara, in at the fullback spot and under center a snap and a throw over the middle after a twist in the backfield and a turn and a throw and a dart over the middle to Romeo Doubs, caught on one knee at the Miami Dolphins logo at the midfield stripe. It's a first down on the first play for Green Bay.
So Aaron Jones is back in the game. That was a great throw by Aaron Rodgers, though. He put it where only his receiver could get it. It was low and away from the defender. Xavier Howard on the play. The throw beat the coverage by Howard.
Aaron Jones is back on the field at running back for the Packers. 20-20 score inside 2 minutes, third quarter. Rodgers out of the gun. Receiver each way, moves Lazard in motion from right to left, and the belt high snap, quick throw, left side is caught. It is Lazard outside the left numbers, turning upfield at the 45 of Miami, and pulled down near the first down marker. We'll see if they give him the 40-yard line. He needed the stripe. He's a bit shy.
We're seeing an Aaron Rodgers that's heating up right now. Like, he started in the opening drive of the third quarter, making a number of throws, and now, like, he's really finding the open guy right here very quickly, getting the ball out of his hands fast, and he's putting it on the right spot.
Packers break the huddle at 1:15 to play, third quarter. 10 on the play clock as they line up. Running back and a tight end on either side of Rodgers out of the gun. Single receiver each way. Romeo Doubs is in the game. The snap for Rodgers, back to throw, pulls it out of his running back's belly, and then swings it out to the right side. This is Aaron Jones outside the right numbers, and he's ridden out of bounds inside the 35-yard line by Jerome Baker. Another safety valve throw for Aaron Rodgers, and they get some yardage with it.
Well,
that's first down.
That's why Aaron Jones is so valuable, because of his ability to win on the outside and to be a real threat for Aaron Rodgers. And right now, he's just dinking and dunking right down the field. And Miami right here has not been able to get any pressure on Aaron Rodgers to force any kind of a bad throw.
In fact, Rodgers, Baldy, has had 8 straight completions.
There you go.
He's under center, I formation behind him. And in motion from left to right is Cobb behind the left tackle in the snap. Toss to the right side, Aaron Jones with a head of steam over the right tackle and right guard, and he's brought down near the 30. Penalty flag comes in from behind the play. The head referee threw it. He saw it all the way.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
That's Royce Newman, and he was guilty of holding Christian Wilkins inside, and he had a good look at it. And it's a good call. Newman filling in there for Yosh Nijman right now. He's normally a guard. I've never seen Royce play tackle, so that's where they're at right now. They're stretched. David Bakhtiari out, not dressed. So they're stretched thin on the offensive line.
Final seconds ticking away in this third quarter. 3, 2, and 1, and triple zeros at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. 15 minutes to go. We've played 3 at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's Packers 20, Dolphins 20. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
The NFL and its players and teams are committed to advancing social justice through work that reduces barriers to opportunity and creates progress in police community relations, criminal justice reform, education, and economic advancement. Throughout the season, the NFL family has been working to highlight efforts across the league to inspire change in our communities and advance these issues. To learn more, visit NFL.com/inspirechange.
Join us again tomorrow night for Monday Night Football on Westwood One when the Los Angeles Chargers visit the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner will have all the action beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern. NFL Network's Rich Eisen gets it all started with a pregame show at 7:30, and Colts interim head coach Jeff Saturday will join Rich as a guest of the Mercedes-Benz Vans Hotline. Want to unlock your potential? Open up a vehicle that's capable and versatile enough to drive your ambitions as far as you want to take them. A Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. 15 minutes on the clock as we begin the fourth quarter from Hard Rock Stadium on a brisk day in South Florida on Christmas Day. Glad you're along with us. J.P. Shadrick, Brian Boldinger. And it's 20-20, the Dolphins and the Packers. The Packers need to win and have some help. They wouldn't be eliminated with a loss today, but they would be all but eliminated. Miami, the 7 seed as they sit right now in the AFC playoffs. And if they win today, they would have a 2-game lead over those other teams chasing for that last wild card spot.
And as we start the fourth quarter with the Packers with the ball, I think Miami's defense has got to take some gambles here to get Aaron Rodgers out of this rhythm that he was in the entire third quarter.
Rodgers 7 of 7 in the third quarter for 84 yards. 2 receivers left, single man right, shotgun snap. Rodgers looking deep down the left side, has a man out there on the run. Dobbs reaching for it, he can't bring it in. Inside the 10-yard line, it falls incomplete. Romeo Dobbs, the rookie wide receiver, had a step on Crossan.
Yeah, Keon Crossan did a great job of staying inside out on the receiver. Kind of like a little battle going on down the field, but I thought he played it really well. And Aaron Rodgers has missed on a couple of deep shots today that could be a big difference in this game.
1 of 4 on deep passes today for Aaron Rodgers. The one was to Mercedes Lewis.
Yep.
3 receivers left, single man right. It's an empty backfield for Rodgers. And the tight end off the right tackle, and the snap, number high. Quick throw left side on a slant, caught at the 40 between the numbers and the left hash mark by the running back A.J. Dillon, and then twisted up right away and brought down inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, we know Mason Crosby is not a big, deep field goal kicker, right? So right now you need about 10 yards if you can't get this first down to be in field goal range for Crosby.
3rd down and 15 for the Packers. 2 of 10 today on 3rd. A.J. Dillon rushed off the right hip of Rodgers. They'll move the tight end in motion left to right. 3 receivers in the formation. Rodgers stomps his foot. Now 5 on the play clock as he has the snap. Rolling pocket to the right. Steps up in it. Throws deep down the left side. Has a man. Allen Lazard. Contact. It's intercepted at the goal line and into the end zone. It should be a touchback, and it is. Miami with the interception. Unbelievable. He underthrew the ball, and Kader Kohu brought it in. There was contact on Lazard, but no penalty flag.
There was major contact by Kohu. I mean, pushed Allen Lazard to get positioned for it, and there's no flag.
14:08 to play in the fourth, a 20-20 game. The Packers and the Dolphins, and this is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Busted Open, the authority of pro wrestling, is available as a podcast. Listen to me, Dave LaGreca, and my all-star panel of co-hosts, including Hall of Famers Bully Ray and Mark Henry, to legends like Tommy Dreamer and Mickie James, and the AEW Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa, bring you the best in the pro wrestling world and talk to the biggest names from WWE, AEW, and beyond. Catch Busted Open live Monday through Saturday, 9 to noon Eastern, and the Busted Open podcast wherever podcasts are available.
This is Adam Shine, host of the Adam Shine Podcast. Here to tell you can listen to my podcast all year round. I'll give you my NFL picks against the spread, give you fantasy advice all season long, while being joined by the best guests in all of sports. He's Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers.
This is what I expect. I expect to play well every year.
We release episodes of the Adam Shine Podcast every week. Subscribe today wherever you stream your podcasts or listen on the SXM app, included with most subscriptions.
The Adam Shine Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart, and guess what? I've got my own channel on Sirius XM, Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio, channel 96. We play the best stand-up comedy from some of my favorite comedians, and I got my own show. It's called Straight From the Heart, and I host it with a bunch of unattractive friends of mine. They call the Planet the Cup Boys. Every Tuesday and Thursday, real, raw, authentic conversation. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Laugh Out Loud Radio right here on Sirius XM, channel 96. Don't miss it.
Start off your morning right with the best coverage of the Conference of Champions on Pac-12 this morning.
This conference is going to be loaded at quarterback next year. Get the Heisman Trophy winner in the conference. Michael Penix led the FBS in passing. Bo Nix had a fantastic year. I mean, this conference is uniquely positioned next year to be, without a doubt, the best in the Power 5 as far as quarterback play goes.
Don't miss Pac-12 this morning. Weekdays starting at 8 a.m. Pacific on Sirius XM Channel 373 and on the SXM app.
Nickmas game when the Denver Broncos take on the LA Rams, complete with slime lights, celebs, surprises, and Santa. Don't miss the Nickelodeon NFL Nickmas game, live following this game at 4:30 Eastern on Nickelodeon. Well, Kader Kohu made the interception, fell into the end zone for a touchback. There was some contact, no penalty flag. So after the touchback, 1st and 10 Miami, moving left to right in a 20-20 game, 14:08 to play in the fourth. Tagovailoa works out of the gun and man in motion right to left. Play fake back to throw Tua. Stands in, throws left side. Airmails it, intercepted at the 37. Coming back to the left sideline. It's Jair Alexander inside the 15 and pushed out of bounds on the right side. An interception for Jair Alexander, fifth-year cornerback, his fifth interception of the season, and the Packers are in the red zone, and that's definitely a Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment. Pepto-Bismol, coats and soothes for fast 5-symptom relief. For nausea, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, or upset stomach, use Pepto-Bismol. Fast relief when you need it most.
Well, he just airmailed it right over Tyreek Hill's head and right into the waiting arms of Jair Alexander. You can't get a better Christmas gift than what Tua just gave to Jair. And then he picked up a pretty good convoy, and the celebration was on. And here's the Packers knocking right on the Dolphins' door, getting the ball right back for Aaron Rodgers.
Third time today the Packers have started in Miami territory. Aaron Jones is the running back off the right hip of Aaron Rodgers. 3 receivers in the formation. Rodgers makes a motion to the guys out to the left, and he has the snap with 1 on the play clock. Back to throw. Pressure. Tipped at the line, and it falls to the turf, incomplete. Christian Wilkins again. He's had a day for the Dolphins defense.
He's been a load inside, and he's such an underrated player, but shows up every week, plays every game, never misses games, and that's the second pass that Aaron Rodgers had tipped at the line of scrimmage by Christian Wilkins today. He pushed John Runyon right back into his lap, and Aaron Rodgers had a few words for his offensive lineman about that.
Wilkins with 5 tackles to go with those 2 passes defense today. And it's 2nd down and 10 at the 14. Aaron Jones in the game at running back. 3 receivers on the wide side left for Aaron Rodgers. 20-20 score. Packers in Miami against the Dolphins. And the snap, penalty flag. There was a motion on the right side of the line.
Yeah. It looked like the right tackle, Royce Newman, just moved early.
False start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It is Newman. 2nd-year player out of Ole Miss.
Yeah. There's a starter at on the inside last year in the offense line. I've never seen him play tackle before, but he's pressed into duty. We talked about it. And he's out there trying to block Jalen Phillips and got a little early start.
So Rodgers and Tua trading interceptions, and now the Packers have it 2nd and 15 at the 19 going in a 20-20 game. Rodgers belt high snap. Shuffles to the right, throws to the right side, caught, and then hit and dropped at the 14-yard line. There's a penalty flag in late. The catch by Randall Cobb.
They hit Aaron Rodgers late on that? It looked like it.
Yeah, he's talking with the officials behind the play, and here's the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 15. The penalty will be enforced after this to the goal. It was an automatic first down.
That's Jalen Phillips. It's his 4th penalty of the season, the 2nd roughing the passer he's had this year.
It's a good call. It's a good call. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had the ball out of his hands. He was a free hitter on the play. And it's a good call. I mean, it's unnecessary by Jalen Phillips, and immediately Mike McDaniel pulls Jalen Phillips off the field.
The officials are still trying to spot the ball accurately. It's at the 7. They finally put it down after the Packers broke the huddle. There are 2 running backs in, Dillon and Jones, 1 on each side of Rodgers in the gun. 2 receivers left. A tight end just off the right tackle. Rodgers stomps his right foot, pauses for just a moment, surveys the defense, moves a running back in motion, has a number high snap. It's a fumble. It's on the ground, covered by the Packers at the 5-yard line. A.J. Dillon had it squirt from out of his hands in midsection somehow, and that went flying about 3 yards away from him.
And Aaron Rodgers immediately scolded A.J. Dillon, although I don't think it was a clean handoff by Aaron Rodgers either. Like, squeeze that ball, like fundamentals, like the stuff that you would talk about at training camp. But it's sloppy football on both sides.
They got 2 yards on it somehow, so 2nd down and 5. 12:45 moving clock, 4th quarter, 20-20 game. Rodgers under center, single back behind him. A receiver each way. Rodgers moves a man in motion, Lazard, and play fake. Back to throw Rodgers. Throws left side, Lazard in the flat. Tries to make a man miss, but he's spun up and tackled at the 10-yard line. Between the numbers and the left sideline, Andrew Van Ginkel gets him for a loss of 6.
Well, they're not taking shots into the end zone, and they're trying to throw it to the flat and seeing if they can beat somebody, but Miami's speed on defense shows up out there. Like, who's the target here in the end zone? We see Mercedes Lewis catch a touchdown pass. They didn't really cover him. But other than that, they really kind of kept Aaron Rodgers from throwing it into the end zone.
The Packers are looking for their first lead of the day. A.J. Dillon, the running back, off the left hip with the quarterback. Rodgers, belt high snap, back to throw, pressure, rolling right, pressure in his face, steps up again, looks to the end zone, left side, and incomplete. Intended for Alan Lazard on the left side of the end zone, right in between the pylons. Verone McKinley III was in on coverage that time, and it's 4th down. The field goal team is on for Green Bay.
That's a great stop by Miami's defense, JP, because they pressured Aaron Rodgers. He was lucky to get out of harm's way. Had 3 guys just corralling him. But then the coverage was outstanding. Man coverage across the board. They didn't really have a great play. It was kind of like Aaron Rodgers run around and play a little street ball here in South Florida.
Crosby is on. The snap and the spot are good. The kick is just inside the right upright and good from 28 yards for Mason Crosby. And the Packers have their first lead of the day with 11:45 to play in the 4th quarter in Miami. The new score, Packers 23, Dolphins 20. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon. A value of up to $1,900.
Seriously?
Yeah. The iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gifts?
Oh, the Apple gifts? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kinda like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more family fun. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Don't miss out. Visit InflationBuster.com to get started today. That's InflationBuster.com. Offer ends soon.
For fees, cover rate, like date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit InflationBuster.com or call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. And a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tonight when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers meet the Arizona Cardinals. And, of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here at 7:30 Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwoodonesports.com. 2 field goals off 2 takeaways for the Packers defense off Miami giveaways, and it's a 23-20 score. Green Bay with their first lead of the day. The line drive kickoff away. Raheem Mostert over to let it bounce, and then bounce to the 1. He has to grab it anyway. To the 5, 10, gets past the man 15, upended just short of the 20-yard line. He let it bounce twice, and it didn't bounce in the end zone. So he had to pick it up and run with it, and they'll start just inside their own 20. So now, Tua Tagovailoa, who was so good in the first half, 12 of 18 for the day now, 262 through the air, a touchdown, and now a pick to go with it.
Well, they need Tua to put that last throw, an interception by Kohu, out of his mind, clear it, and put together a drive here, because they got to stop this slide if they want to stay in the playoff picture right now.
Ingold is in the game, just behind the right tackle. A tight end to the right side, receiver each way. Waddle in motion right to left. Single back is Jeff Wilson. Tagovailoa is under center on 1st and 10. A move. Now Tyreek Hill in motion. And a handoff straight ahead to the running back. This is Jeff Wilson trying to cut upfield. Goes back between the hash marks straight ahead. He's up to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Adrian Amos made the tackle for Green Bay, and it's 2nd down and 3.
So Miami's going up-tempo here. They're lining up, calling the play right at the line of scrimmage, trying to prevent Green Bay from substituting here. Tua's taking his time. He's announcing the play, taking a lot of time off the clock, but it's not allowing Green Bay to substitute.
Wilson, the single back, a wing off of each tackle, and a single receiver each way. The snap, it's a play fake, and Tua's back to throw. Clean pocket. Steps up, throws on the run, right side, leaping. Catch by Waddle just across the 40 between the numbers and the right sideline and brought to the turf. Jalen Waddle with another catch. This is in front of Adrian Amos, and it's a 16-yard gain.
Well, he's so acrobatic. I mean, he's part acrobat and part wide receiver. Like, he goes up high in the air. And just his hang time, it's like Mike Jordan, going up for one of his patented slam dunks. He hung in the air so long.
5 catches, 143 yards, and a touchdown for Waddle today. He had an 84-yard catch and a touchdown.
He had a 67-yard touchdown last Saturday night against Buffalo.
High formation on a 1st and 10 at the 41. Toss left side, up the middle comes Jeff Wilson. Tried to reverse his field, brought it back to the middle, and there wasn't much room really at all. They gave him about 3 yards up to the 44-yard line. Jaron Reed made the tackle for Green Bay. 2nd down and 7, approaching the 10-minute mark, 4th quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. The Dolphins with the football. Tua takes his time. They're working out of the huddle now. Green Bay breaks their defensive huddle. They go into formation while the Dolphins at 13 on the play clock break it and go into theirs. 2 receivers on the right side, single man left. And a running back and a tight end in the backfield. Handoff over the left side, nothing. Straight into the arms of a defensive lineman for Green Bay. Jeff Wilson, the running back, straight ahead. Nothing there. Bear hugged, in fact, by Preston Smith.
Well, when they don't have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the field, I mean, it's almost always a run. That's the second time I've seen that here in the second half of this game. And if I'm Green Bay and I don't see 10 or 17 on the field, I'm playing the run. That's what the Packers just did.
They're both on there now, along with Trent Sherfield, 3 receivers. Jeff Wilson is the running back. Gesicki is in the game, just off the left tackle. And it's 3rd down and 7 for Miami, trailing by 3 with 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 7 at their own 44. The snap for Tagovailoa, the left-hander back in a clean pocket, throws over the middle, caught at the Dolphins logo and touched down on the turf. Trent Sherfield made the catch. It's up to the 47-yard line, 10-yard gain, 1st down Miami.
On that play, JP, both Waddle and Tyreek Hill were on the outside. Sherfield worked the middle of the field. That's a great throw by Tagovailoa right there from the pocket. Sherfield did a good job of squeezing it. Wasn't a perfect throw, but a key throw on 3rd down.
Let it away from the defender in the area that time, and it's 1st and 10 Miami, 8:20 to go. Moving clock, 4th quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. Green Bay 6 and 8. They need to win and have some help to get in the playoffs. They need to win out. The snap. Play fake. Tua back to throw over the middle. It's incomplete. Swatted away from behind. Intended for Waddle again. And a nice play by Rasul Douglas to get his right hand in there to swat the ball out.
Douglas played great today. And, part of the thing that makes Rasul good is he's 6'3". He's a long corner. Long arms. He came with his right hand to the backside shoulder that time to defend the ball. Really well played.
Clock stops at 8:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Green Bay by 3. Dolphins taking their time with 12 on the play clock. They break the huddle. They split 4 players to the left, single man right. Tua in an empty backfield. Green Bay showing some pressure. They bring 4. Tua back to throw. Looks left, throws on the slant. Caught Tyreek Hill in the middle of the defense, and he's knocked down between the hash marks across the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Adrian Amos made the tackle, but Tyreek Hill gets 19 yards, and the Dolphins are on the march.
You mentioned, JP, that they had 4 receivers to the wide side of the field, and basically Tyreek Hill just ran like right in between the defenders right there. They had a bunch of guys underneath. It drew all the eyes of the Green Bay Packers, and it opened it up for Tyreek Hill.
Hill is now over 100 yards on 4 catches, 103 for the day for the Cheetah. Wilson is the single back, Tagovailoa under center. They move a fullback into the I formation, and the snap. It's a handoff over the left tackle and guard, and then chopped down right near the line of scrimmage up to the 35, or rather the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 2, second down and 8. Ennis gains in on the tackle for Green Bay. Packers lead by 3.
It's an interesting stat here in the second half. Green Bay's defense has been excellent against the run. The Dolphins have run 8 times here in the second half. They've gained 14 yards. You know, those big pops that we saw early in the first half have been gone in the second half.
Tua over 300 yards passing on that last completion. 307 for the day. 143 for Waddle, 103 for Hill. One of the most explosive offenses in football. They're marching the ball here, though. The snap, back to throw, looking to the right side. Caught on a slant again on the run. The 20, going left side, has a block. 15, outside left numbers, 10, and spun out of bounds. It's Jalen Waddle. The Penguin gets another catch, his 6th of the day. And the Dolphins, there's a penalty flag. Hold the phone. Came from the right numbers all the way to the left sideline.
Illegal formation. Offense, number 17 is not at the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, second half.
We saw that in a game the other night, didn't we?
Terry McLaurin against the Giants. Washington against the Giants. He looked at the side judge and said, he told him to move up, and he did, and they still threw the flag. But that's the second pre-snap penalty that has wiped out a good game for Miami today.
It's never okay to drive stoned. You put yourself and others in danger. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI paid for by NHTSA. Second and 13, shotgun snap, quick throw. It's intercepted by Green Bay. Bringing up the left numbers across the 30. Devondre Campbell with the interception with those dreadlocks flowing behind him. He's tackled, and the Packers get another takeaway from Miami. The 3rd turnover of the day for the Dolphins.
Well, it's just a miscommunication between Tua and Raheem Mostert, who was running a seam route, and Devondre Campbell just came underneath, made the biggest play of the day by him.
Run on the field is interception, first down, Green Bay, timeout.
Second interception of the season for Devondre Campbell, so 6:02 to play in the fourth quarter. Green Bay with the lead and the football. Packers 23, Dolphins 20. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Olena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
JP Shadrick and Brian Boldinger in the Grainger broadcast booth at Hard Rock Stadium. For the Game Changers, there's Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of 250 Grainger branch locations. 6:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. Miami's last 4 possessions: fumble, missed field goal, interception.
Yeah. Well, this 3-game losing streak they're on started in San Francisco, and Tua threw 2 terrible interceptions in that game. He took full blame for it, but here he has 2 second-half interceptions that have been critical, and they've been poor throws in both cases by him.
Now the Packers had everything go right for them on Christmas Eve. All the teams they needed to lose lost. They can't move on. They've got to win out and have some help still, but if they win today, they're within a half game of the wild card with 2 to play. Rodgers under center in the high formation. Pitch to the left side. This is Aaron Jones looking for the left corner. Tries to turn it upfield outside the left numbers. Run out of bounds by Kader Kohu. And a gain on first down of just a few yards. Not much there.
Critical here for Miami's defense to make a stop. To overcome the turnovers of the offense, get them the ball back here as the clock is ticking. Under 6 minutes to go. Under 5.5 now.
Officially 1 yard on the first down run. 2nd down and 9 at the 37 of Green Bay. Moving right to left. The Packers with the football. Aaron Jones just off the left side of Rodgers. 3 receivers stacked. 2 of them on the left side. They move a man in motion. Rodgers has the snap. Pulls the ball out of his running back's belly. Throws deep down the right side. Has a man open. Caught at the Dolphins 45 on the right sideline. It's Romeo Doubs pushed out of bounds. And Aaron Rodgers finally gets a deep play down the field, this time to Doubs. It's a 22-yard gain, first down Green Bay.
And he beat Xavier Howard. And it was a little bit of a double move, but Aaron Rodgers had time that time, and he threw it perfectly. He threw it away from the defender for Doubs to be able to get it. And he points to Romeo Doubs saying, that's it, Rook. That's what I need from you right there.
Rookie wide receiver, 18th year quarterback.
Yeah.
On the same page that time, that's for sure. 3 receivers on the wide side left for Rodgers, working out of the gun. Clock moving, 4:40. A shotgun snap, and Rodgers going to run left side, diving ahead to the 40 between the numbers and the left hash mark. Andrew Van Ginkel was the closest man there. Rodgers tried to fool him and outrun him. The clock is moving, though, at 4:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Green Bay leading 23-20. It's 2nd down and 9 at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
You just get the feeling that Aaron Rodgers is in complete control right now. It's going to tick under 4 minutes to go. They got the lead. They know a touchdown is going to win this game for them. They want to take as much time off the clock and not allow Tua to get back on the field.
It was officially no gain. 2nd down and 10. Play fake. Rodgers back to throw again. Throws to the left side. Caught. Tight end is Robert Tonyan for the first time today. Finally gets a catch. He's across the 30. Spun up at around the 29-yard line. A 14-yard gain and first down Green Bay.
Well, Tonyan was just on a crossing route against the safety that time, and he beat Eric Rowe, who's their nickel back. He beat Eric Rowe across the field, and Aaron Rodgers put it right on the tight end.
Tick, 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 tick. The clock moving at 3:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Green Bay with a 3-point lead and the football.
And Aaron Rodgers has his eye on that shot clock.
3-point lead for Green Bay. 3:15 to go, timeout. The play clock was down to 1. Timeout on the field. First timeout for the Packers. 3:18 remaining in the fourth quarter on Christmas Day in South Florida. Packers 23, Dolphins 20. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon. A value of up to $1,900.
Seriously?
Yeah, the iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gifts?
Oh, the Apple gifts? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kinda like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
The copyright of today's broadcast of the NFL on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. 3:18 to play, fourth quarter, Green Bay 23, Miami 20. The Dolphins have all three timeouts, Green Bay with 2 remaining. The Packers have taken advantage of 3 giveaways from the Dolphins today.
You have described the playoff scenario like throughout this game here, JP, and it feels, this feeling right now has a feeling of a playoff game. Miami has to make a stop, or at least force Green Bay into a field goal attempt, and they need the ball back with one more chance to try to win it, to stay alive, and to stop this losing streak. And Aaron Rodgers knows exactly what's at stake. He knows exactly what happened yesterday, how much help they got, Vikings clinch, all that kind of good stuff. But he knows it's on him right now to come away with the victory here today.
Green Bay got this football with 6:02 on the clock. Now 3:18 to play in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 at the Miami 28-yard line. And a 3-point lead for the Packers. As you mentioned, the Dolphins have lost 3 in a row. All 3 of those on the road. 2 of their final 3, including today, are here at home for Miami. They have a little more of a comfortable scenario down the stretch. It'll get less comfortable if they lose this game, though. Rodgers breaks the huddle, works out of the gun. A.J. Dillon, the running back, off his right side. 3 receivers on the wide side right. Rodgers moves his running back off his left side now with 10 on the play clock. Stomps and he has the belt high snap in the gun. Back to throw. Pressure from behind. Rolls to the left side. Still looking downfield outside the left numbers. And he stays in bounds. Slides ahead of the 20. But there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Rodgers somehow scampered down the left sideline and a baseball slide in there.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty from play, first down.
Now that's the center, Josh Myers, trying to block John Jenkins inside. That takes away a really good run by Aaron Rodgers, who looked like he had another gear I wasn't sure he still had.
So they'll move the Packers back with 3:10 to play, fourth quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. And after the holding call, first down and 20 from the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Aaron Jones is in the game as the single back. Rodgers under center. 3 receivers right. They'll move a man in motion. The snap and the toss to the right side. Jones has some blocking. Outside the numbers, 35, 30. One more man to beat. Brings him down at the 20-yard line on the right sideline. Aaron Jones had a seam here, a seam there, and he went right in the middle of it for an 18-yard gain.
Well, they pulled the right guard, John Runyon. He got out there leading the way. And really, Aaron Jones just got a good block on the outside.
Miami, the first of the half. Clock operator, please reset to 3 minutes and 3 seconds, 3:03.
There's a player down behind the play for Miami. Trying to get a look at who it could be sitting over there. It is Eric Rowe, defensive back. Behind the play, but yeah, a fantastic run there by Aaron Jones. And now a timeout on the field with 3:03 to play in the fourth quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. It's a 2nd down and 2 when we come back, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood. Timeout on the field with 3:03 to play in the fourth quarter. Green Bay 23, Miami 20. It's a 2nd down and 2 when we come back, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
This is it. The putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Jane doesn't mind an apartment with no elevator.
5 flights of stairs is 5 plates of cardio.
Bob is a little less enthusiastic about stairs.
I hate stairs.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle renters and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Jane and Bob found an apartment that's a 4-story walk-up. And Bob?
Yeah, there's a freight elevator she doesn't know about.
What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. 1 device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Tune in to watch all the excitement of the NFL next Sunday on Fox. Check your local listings for games and times in your area. Catch the NFL on Fox. 3:03 remaining, fourth quarter. Packers 23, Dolphins 20. Packers break the huddle in a 2nd and 2 play at the Dolphins' 20-yard line, and A.J. Dillon is the running back, hands on his hips to the left side of Aaron Rodgers in the gun, and some movement up front, and somebody jumped in Aqua.
Yep. The defensive tackle right there, John Jenkins.
Here's the call.
Encroachment. Defense number 77. A 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Oh. On a 2nd and 2, he's right over the football, over the center.
It's just critical. It gives the Packers a first down. They literally can run it here, taking more time off the clock and force the Dolphins and/or to use their timeouts.
Miami has 2 remaining, so does Green Bay. 3:03 left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, Green Bay at the Dolphins' 15. Aaron Jones is the running back, single man behind Aaron Rodgers, who works under the gun. 5 on the play clock, moves a man in motion. 3 on the play clock. And the snap, toss, left side. Aaron Jones has some blockers out front, outside the left numbers. Tried to cut upfield, but some good penetration. They strung it out to the outside. And Xavier Howard finally brought him to the turf, the cornerback, the Pro Bowler. And it's 2nd down and 13, a loss of 3.
Timeout. Miami. The 2nd of the half. It'll be 30 seconds in length.
2:57 to play in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 13 coming up for Green Bay. And the Packers now on their 3rd red zone trip today. The first 2, they came away with field goals.
Well, they haven't been good down here. They haven't had good play calling. And the execution hasn't been good. But credit Miami's defense. They've really forced them into field goals. That's why this game is still in doubt here. And that's what Miami's got to do. They got to hold Green Bay to a field goal attempt and then just put Tua out there and see if they can get one of those plays to one of those Blur brothers down the field.
Is that their nickname? It is now.
Popped into my head on Christmas.
Somebody might steal that from me. Copyright that. A.J. Dillon is the running back just off the right hip of Aaron Rodgers. It's 2nd down and 13 at the 18 officially. 3 receivers right. Green Bay leading 23-20. Rodgers waits in the gun, has the belt high snap. It is a handoff up the middle, finds green grass, tripped up from behind and falls down at the 10-yard line. He had an opening, and Jalen Phillips somehow saved a touchdown. A.J. Dillon tripped up. It's a gain of 8.
He got a shoelace.
Miami, the 3rd and final of the half. It'll be 30 seconds.
There was nobody left.
Nobody. He was looking right at the game-winning run. And I mean, Jalen Phillips is 6'5". He got just, I don't know if he got even a shoelace on him. But that just saved the touchdown.
So now it's 3rd down and 5. The Dolphins are out of timeouts. 3rd and 5 at the 10-yard line. Green Bay with a 23-20 lead.
So far, they've been down here a bunch, right? And they've been playing a lot of strict man coverage. Green Bay should know that right now, anticipate that, and they got to have a good man-beater play up. There's all kinds of things, bunch formations, rub routes, pick routes in the middle of the field.
Green Bay, 2 of 12 on 3rd down today. Rodgers out of the gun. A.J. Dillon off his left flank. They've got 3 receivers in the formation right and a tight end off the left tackle. Moves the running back to the right as well. 5 on the play clock. Rodgers has the ball, number high, handoff, straight ahead. Same running play. He's wrapped up those short. I don't think he got there. He needed the 5-yard line. Jalen Phillips made the tackle again. Looked like the same exact running idea, at least, right up the middle.
I'm not sure of what they were trying to do there. I mean, they're well short. I can't believe that they would go for it here.
And the offense is on the field. They drew him off already one time on this drive.
Yeah.
It's 4th down and 3 at the 8. Green Bay with a 3-point lead. Clock is moving at 2:20 to play in regulation. They break the huddle. 3 receivers right.
Wow.
Rodgers in the gun. A.J. Dillon, the running back. Rodgers stomps, waits, tries to move the running back. They'll call timeout. Timeout, Green Bay. Tried to draw him offside. Didn't work out. 2:06 to play.
Expiration of the play clock. Timeout. Green Bay. The second of the half.
So
30 seconds in length.
They burned some time off the clock and then called timeout. Here comes the field goal team for the Packers.
Yeah. It's the right call. Because then, if they make the field goal here, JP, it forces the Dolphins to go the length of the field and score a touchdown and kick the extra point. So it's the right play. But it's a disappointing one because A.J. Dillon had split him and hit him and then basically got tripped by a shoelace from Jalen Phillips, who saved a touchdown to go up 10 points.
26-yard try from Mason Crosby, a chip shot from the left hash. Crosby was made from 36, 46, and 28 today. The snap and the spot are good. The line drive kick clears the line, and it's right down the middle for Green Bay. And the Packers extend the lead with 2:02 to play in the 4th quarter. The new score is Green Bay 26, Miami 20. And now Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins will have an opportunity. Down 6. A touchdown would tie it. The extra point would give them the lead.
Well, Tua Tagovailoa in his young career has 6 fourth-quarter game-winning drives. And he's going to try to make it a 7th and to stop this losing streak. And what he's got to do is put the bad throws out of his head from this second half because he's not played well. But he's got all kinds of talent all over the place, and they have plenty of time.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 9 plays, 56 yards in 4 minutes exactly for the field goal from Crosby. His 4th of the day. And now the Packers lead 26-20 over the Dolphins. Miami set to return it with Raheem Mostert standing with his heels on the goal line to our left. And Mason Crosby has balanced the football on the tee at the 35, makes the long approach, and he swings the right leg through it. The end-over-end kick is short. Brought in at the 5 by Mostert. Right side numbers 10, 15 to the 20. Gets past the first man, 25 between the hash marks and up past the 25-yard line before he's wrapped up. And they'll give him about the 27. We have reached the 2-minute warning at Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida. Green Bay 26, Miami 20. Dolphins with the football, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs. But the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more. And you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you can speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you you and your Frosty, kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season. These peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Each week on NFL Sunday, Scott Graham gets you up to speed on everything that happened around the league. Hear all the scores and all the key highlights. That's NFL Sunday. Sunday nights at 7:30 Eastern. Find an affiliate near you or listen live at westwoodonesports.com. 1:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Green Bay 26, Miami 20. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins in their last 4 possessions have given it away 3 times and missed a field goal. Interceptions the last 2 times out for Tua. Now a chance to go down the field. They need a touchdown to tie. The extra point would give them the lead.
Well, the defense has done their job. They've held the Packers to field goals, which allows them here to go the length of the field, score a touchdown, and win this game. So the defense has helped them. It's up to Tua right now to get the ball to his playmakers, and we all know who they are. Green Bay knows who they are. Can they protect Tua well enough to get one of these big plays to get back in this game?
They're both over 100 yards today. Tua over 300 passing with a touchdown and interceptions on back-to-back drives. 1st and 10, Miami from their own 28, moving left to right, down by 6. 1:56 to play. No timeouts left. Tagovailoa has the high snap, and he's back to throw. Clean pocket, throws right side, caught by the running back, and then chopped down between the numbers and the right sideline. It's Jeff Wilson, the running back. The clock moves now with 1:45 to go. Rasul Douglas made the tackle. The Dolphins quickly to the line, the clock draining at 1:40 to go. 2 receivers each way. Gesicki in the slot on the right. Running back is Wilson. Back to throw Tua. Clean pocket, throws right side. It's intercepted for a 3rd straight possession. And then down to one knee. Brought down. It's Rasul Douglas with the interception. The Packers defense gets their 4th takeaway of the day off the Dolphins offense. The 3rd interception from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Packers are 127 away from a win in South Florida.
Well, they're celebrating in Green Bay, but that's all on Tua. He had the receiver open, and he just left it way short. It was a terrible throw. And 2 of his 3 interceptions have been awful here. 3 straight interceptions. I don't understand it. Like, he's got his guy going to the corner, and he just threw it so short. Rasul Douglas fell off. He's in zone coverage. They had Gesicki going to the corner. Well, he has a bad read. He should have been throwing that ball to Tyreek Hill underneath.
It's victory formation time for the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
This win will move them to a half game back in the wild card race with 2 weeks to play. The kneel down, a little pushing and shoving. The clock moves at 1:25 to play in the 4th quarter.
Well, they're celebrating in Green Bay. They got their 7th win here, provided they could do another victory formation. And 3 straight wins, and they're getting hot at the right time of the year. Defensively, they're playing very well now. 4 takeaways for the defense. You give 4 takeaways to Aaron Rodgers in this offense, I don't know what that percentage of losing would ever be.
1 minute on the clock. Packers break the huddle in victory formation. Aaron Rodgers under center. Has the snap, puts his right knee to the Hard Rock Stadium turf, and the clock moves at 45 seconds to play.
Well, this is the first victory that the Packers have had on the road against a team with a winning record this year. They had lost previously to the Vikings, the Commanders, the Bills, and badly to the Eagles. But that's all behind them.
Another kneel down for Aaron Rodgers. The final seconds are ticking away off the clock at Hard Rock Stadium. The Packers have won their 3rd straight and now their 15th straight in the month of December.
Wow.
Their last loss in December was 2018, the final week of that regular season. That was the last time the Packers missed the playoffs. They're trying to rally back from a huge deficit in the NFC playoff picture. We've reached triple zeros. And the Packers have knocked off the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. Final score, Green Bay 26, Miami 20. The Packers are now 7-8 and very much alive in the NFC playoff picture. They have home games remaining at Lambeau against domed teams coming up. Lions and Vikings come in. The Packers come down here to South Florida, not as sunny and warm as it usually is. It's not quite Green Bay weather today, but close enough. And they handle business. The defense takes it away 4 times from the Dolphins, and it's a crushing loss for Miami. All of a sudden, the teams around them in the AFC are closing in on Miami.
Well, 4 straight losses, and the quarterback play has got to be better. And so they shut the Dolphins out with those 4 turnovers in the second half. They shut them out in the second half to really get to this win.
Time to select the Wendy's player of the game. Who you got, Baldy?
Well, I mean, just the Packers defense. I mean, can you do that? I mean, 4 takeaways, and 3 straight interceptions to a Tagovailoa right there. I mean, I just give it to the defense. It was their best performance of the year.
They are the players of the game, sponsored by Wendy's. With a peppermint frosty, time to enjoy yourself this holiday is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're basically made for relaxing. So when it's frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Green Bay 26, Miami 20. Well, the Dolphins are still a game up. They're in the 7 seed in the AFC wildcard race. But teams are closing in around them with 2 weeks to go. The Packers clinging to life. They were down and out of this thing, but they've started to win games in December. Other teams around them lost yesterday. And all of a sudden, there is life. And there will be life at Lambeau the next 2 weeks.
No doubt. And so Miami's lost 4 in a row, and they go to New England, and then they finish the season here against the Jets. The Jets have been eliminated. Doesn't mean that they won't play hard or anything else, but Miami has to. They got to stop this, but they got to stop the turnovers. They're killing them right now. All those splash plays we saw from Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle went for nothing.
The Packers, most of them making their way into the tunnel to our left. And a lot of cheeseheads in attendance today. They circled this game on the calendar on Christmas, and a lot of them made their way down to South Florida for a little vacation. And they are enjoying the result today, that's for sure. 26-20 Green Bay with a win. Aaron Jones joining us from the field now. And Aaron, congratulations. What a win for this team. And all of a sudden, you guys are getting hot at the right time, it feels like.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, Aaron, no problem. Happy scene down there, but you guys are getting hot at the right time. This was a full team win today. The defense did their part. You guys on offense made plays when it mattered, and now 3 straight in the month of December.
Yes, sir. Definitely a team win. We said we had to feed off of each other. Offense, defense, and special teams. We all had to feed off of each other. And our defense did a great job setting us up. So did our special teams and putting us in position. And it all worked out the way it was supposed to. And glad we could get this W on Christmas.
Yo, Aaron, it's Baldy here. I'm up here in the booth to announce it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, and you?
No, I'm doing great. Merry Christmas to you right now. And what's that feeling like right now? Like coming down here to South Florida, what was the feeling like all week preparing for this game on Christmas Day, Aaron? And did you execute the game plan that you came down here to do?
I wouldn't say we executed 100%, but we got the job done. We got the win, so we executed. But it was focused all week. It's a big week. We feel like we can. If we win out, we can get in, and but it started with this week. Handle each week. Don't look forward or past anyone, and we did that. We came out here, we locked in on the Dolphins, and we handled business. And I'm just so proud of our guys. A lot of people count us out, but you can never count us out. We're going to keep fighting.
This team was 3-1. They were 3-6, and then all of a sudden at 4-8, it looked bleak. A lot of people are chirping around the team and all that. There's a lot of criticism going on. How did you guys circle the wagons, if you will, and then start playing better ball?
We just blocked out the noise. We know we had everything we need in that locker room. We just had to put it together. It'd be a game here where it might be the offense come out and show up, or the defense come out and show up, or special teams, and we hadn't put it all together. And we know once we did that, we'd be hard to beat. And we got off to a slow start, but we're picking it up. And we left ourselves with some room a little room to get in, try to squeeze in.
Aaron, congratulations. Merry Christmas. Go enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
That's Aaron Jones, running back for the Green Bay Packers. The final score from Hard Rock Stadium in South Florida, 26-20. The Packers improved to 7-8 with a win over the Miami Dolphins, who fall to 8-7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm personal price plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message Brian left me.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I love the smell of my cat's breath. Yeah.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Back to throw Tua. In pocket, throws right side. It's intercepted for a third straight possession. And then down to one knee. Brought down. It's Rasul Douglas with the interception. The Packers defense gets their 4th takeaway of the day off the Dolphins offense. The 3rd interception from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Packers are 127 away from a win in South Florida. That's the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler for the ride of life. Final score, 26-20. The Green Bay Packers get it done. They've won their 3rd straight game. The Dolphins have now dropped 4 in a row. You know, Boldy, at halftime, there was a big disparity in quarterback play. Tua was really leading the way in this game. 9 of 12, 229 through the air, touchdown. Aaron Rodgers was just a tick off, 12 of 22, 114 yards. Well, they flipped it around in the second half. Tua threw 3 interceptions. He was 4 of 16 for 81 yards in the second half. Aaron Rodgers, 12 of 16, 124. So they flipped the script in the second half. The defense helped out certainly for Green Bay, but quarterback play was a little shaky for Green Bay at halftime.
It was, and Aaron Rodgers came out. The opening drive of the third quarter went right down the field, and he was razor sharp. At one point, 7 straight completions in a row. A.J. Dillon finished the drive off the 2-yard touchdown run. That got the games tied, and then the turnovers took over.
All right, time to select the Geico drive of the game. Go. What you got?
Well, that opening drive of the third quarter for Green Bay. I mean, that tied the game up. Aaron Rodgers was razor sharp, spread the ball around. A.J. Dillon finished it. I thought that was the drive of the game.
All right, that's the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. We'll continue with more of our postgame show from South Florida. Once again, the final score, 26-20 Packers over the Dolphins. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon. A value of up to $1,900.
Seriously?
Yeah, the iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gifts?
Oh, the Apple gifts? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kinda like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
Final score from South Florida, 26-20. The Packers get a win over the Miami Dolphins. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One. Today's broadcast has been sponsored by Mercedes-Benz Vans, by Progressive Insurance, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by AutoZone, and by NFL.com. We'd like to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Curtis Poindexter, studio producer Brian Finkelstein, production assistance provided by Matt Wilson, statistician Paul Newman, spotter Joe Castle, and the engineer Jack Maldonado. The technical assistance provided by Mac Higdon, Kurt Hemming, and Anthony Vitello. Producer was Dave Hagan. The production supervisor, Aaron Cummins. Coordinating producer, Mike Evie, and the executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Baldy, it's been great working with you today.
Merry Christmas, JP. It was a lot of fun.
That's Brian Boldinger stepping in. I'm JP Shadrick, and stay tuned for Game 2 of our special Christmas Day NFL triple header here on Westwood One. Up next, it's the Denver Broncos and the LA Rams. Bill Rosinski and Ryan Leaf are standing by at SoFi Stadium in LA to bring you all the action. Then later tonight, the Bucks and the Cardinals. Ryan Ratke and Mike Golick will have the call. And then tomorrow night, the LA Chargers visit the Indianapolis Colts. Join Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner for all the excitement live from Lucas Oil Stadium. Pregame with Rich Eisen kicks off at 7:30 Eastern Time. And, of course, you can catch those games right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or streamed live for free on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Once again, our final score from South Florida, Packers 26, Dolphins 20. And now for John Stashower and Brian Boldinger, I'm JP Shadrick. Thank you for joining us, and Merry Christmas from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. You've been listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You gotta love sports. Listen to Shine on Sports with me, Adam Shine, every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
The following is a special presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's a Christmas Day NFL special, it's on Westwood One.
Wilson in the gun, puts in his mouth guard, arms extended, 4 wide, shotgun snap, left tackle block, winds up, long pass, far side, he's got the receiver, caught by Judy, broke a tackle on the 35.